And I didn't.
targets that you have when you.
Let me interrupt. Let me say I didn't ask that question. I talked to both coaches on this past week. I'm surprised at myself that I didn't ask that question. I want to put that out there since you brought that up. But I should have asked that question, but I didn't.
Right. So but it's a trap game for Miles, Brian. They're looking down the road to the rest of the SIAC schedule.
This December 21st, the best in HBCU football will collide in Atlanta at the Celebration Bowl. MEAC versus SWAC. Champion versus champion. Only one team will rise above the rest and claim the coveted Celebration Bowl trophy. Come join the celebration at Mercedes-Benz Stadium this December. For more information, visit thecelebrationbowl.com.
It's like a loop. It's like a loop machine. All around town, people trying to get down. It's like a loop machine.
From the press box to press row, the premier sports talk show placing major
It's the first meeting between the coaching cousins. Reginald Ruffin, the head coach in his 8th season at the helm of the Miles program, and of course for EWC, Greg Ruffin. So they're going to go and admonish the Miles band once again. They're going to talk to head coach Reginald Ruffin now, and Coach Ruffin not happy with something.
I mean, even playing as softly as they're playing, again, they're going through their warm-up.
Well, get here on time, and again, you won't have to worry about such things. You'll have plenty of time to warm up and all of those things, you know. But hey,
or warm up in the
parking lot
where they unloaded.
Punctuality, it's a must. First and 10 for the Tigers. Ball moved up to the 38-yard line. Pistol formation going 4 wide. Carter right behind quarterback Rashard Branch. Golden Bears initially showing blitz off that right edge. Puts the receiver in motion, takes a snap. Screen, near side pass is complete. Jaleel Jackson trying to come up to the right side. Gets outside the 40 and out around the 43-yard line for Jaleel Jackson, the freshman from Jacksonville.
First time we've seen Miles show
a little blitz or at least give that look that they might be bringing some people. Branch did a good job of hanging in there and passing away from it.
2nd down and 5 for Edward Waters at the 43 of the Tigers. Going from left to right. Shotgun formation. Carter to the left of quarterback Branch. 4 receiver set, twins to either side. Takes the snap. Branch back to pass. Branch looking, throwing far side. Pass is complete, but immediately wrapped up by the Golden Bears linebacker and Antonio Evans for no gain on the play to make it 3rd and 5. So Carter with the reception. No gain on the play. 3rd down and 5 for EWC at the 43-yard line. 7:11 remaining first quarter. Miles on top 14-0.
If Branch could have put that ball, could have got it out a little bit faster and a little bit lower, might have been able to pick up a yard or two off that play.
Shotgun formation, 4 wide, trips to the near side right, single receiver isolated far side to the left is Tiberius Horn. Carter to the backside, guard to the left of quarterback Rashard Branch. Bears rushing 3, takes the snap, back to pass. Third screen, near side pass, completed to Jalil Jackson, but again, the Miles linebackers quickly wrapping that one up, and that's the man who had the interception a few moments ago. Or excuse me, the tackle a few moments ago, and Mitchell Smiley. No gain on the play, and the punting unit comes on here for EWC.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen that ball be thrown a little bit closer towards the first down marker, but it is what it is. So on the punt, but hey, it was a good drive, gave your defense a little bit of rest, and maybe that will help them out the next time they come out on the field.
Angel Sevier punting for the 26th time this season. He's averaging 32 yards per punt. Is this junior from Texas takes the snap. Here's the punt from Sevier. High, spiraling, nice punt. Taken at the 20-yard line. Tigers have him hemmed in, breaks the tackle, gets out to the 25-yard line. Is on the return for the Golden Bears is Gradarius Brown. Gets out to the 25-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Golden Bears of Miles College. 5:53 remaining first quarter. Miles leading 14-0. Joshua Jackson, Brian Fulford here with you from the Shipyard here at First Coast High School here in Jacksonville. And the broadcast of Tigers football, the first ever meeting between the coaching cousins, Greg Ruffin for EWC and Reginald Ruffin for Miles College. Pistol formation for the Golden Bears. 1st and 10 from their own 25, going from right to left. Single receivers to either side of the formation. Takes the snap, stretch play, handoff to the back, coming over here to the near side, gets to the 30-yard line. Tackled at around the 31, 32-yard line is Wade Streeter, leading rusher for the Golden Bears.
You know, Miles has been running basically with 3 different backs. So we saw Ruiz on the first 2 possessions, and now they go to Streeter.
Streeter, prior to that carry, 83 carries, 460 yards, 4 touchdowns, average 5.5 yards per carry. A gain of 8 on the play to be 2nd down and 2 from the Golden Bear 33-yard line. Stretch play again to Streeter, going over the right side. It's going to have the first down across the 35, tackled at the 36, 37-yard line. Matthew Wilkerson calling for a flag to be thrown for holding, but none will come, and the Golden Bears move the chains once again. Tiger defense has got to stand up right here, already down 2 scores. 1st and 10 for Miles. Ball spotted at their own 37-yard line. Pistol formation against Streeter right behind quarterback Daniel Smith. Tigers rushing 4 here on 1st down. Takes the snap. Turn. Fakes the handoff, I should say. Looking, throwing down the seam for a man. It is incomplete. Pass intended for Antonio Lee. And on the coverage for EWC, and it looked to be Treon Patrick. Falls incomplete, brings up 2nd down. Patrick, the sophomore transfer from Bethune-Cookman. From Alcorn State, I should say. 2nd down and 10 for the Golden Bears from their own 37-yard line. Clock stops with 4:46 remaining here in the first quarter. A 14-0 lead for the visitors from Fairfield, Alabama. Pistol formation. Smith takes the snap, turns hands to the back, coming over here to the near side right. Tigers have that one hemmed in. They're going to bring him down. Cedric Lewis as well as Cameron McLean combine on the stop. Be a gain of a couple or maybe 3 on the play. Makes it now 3rd down and about 7 for the Golden Bears from the 40-yard line. 3rd and 7 from the 40. Shotgun formation. Streeter the backside, guard right. They go 3 wide. Twins far side right. Single near side left. Tight end wing to the right. Tigers rushing 4. There's going to be a free play for the Golden Bears. Free shot throwing the seam. Far side incomplete. The Golden Bears will get an opportunity to do it again on an offside against EWC.
It's a bad penalty. I mean, you got them 3rd and long, and you jump off sides. Defense, you just can't allow that to happen. This is your opportunity to get off the field. Just a little too eager on that play.
Offside against the Tigers will cost them 5. Makes a 3rd and 7, now a 3rd and 2. And a must stop here for EWC. They'll move the ball to the 45-yard line. A lineup in the gun. Streeter, the backside guard to the right of Daniel Smith. Twin receivers far side right, single receiver near side to the left. Tight end wing right. Tigers rushing 4. And there's movement along the line of scrimmage. No flag thrown. They'll readjust the formation. 5 on the play clock now. 4 and 3. 2 takes the snap. Turn. Hand. Streeter coming over to the near side. Is going to have the first down. Barrels his way up to the 48-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 and a first down for the Golden Bears. Clock stops to set the chains. 4:05 remaining first quarter. 14-0 Miles on top. Tigers wrapping up this quick 2-game road trip before we go on the road next week to take on the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State up in Frankfort, Kentucky. 1st and 10 for the Golden Bears at the 48-yard line of Miles, going from right to left. Pistol formation, 3 receiver set, 2 right, single near side left, tight end wing to the left. Takes the snap. Hand off to the back, that's Ruiz. Ruiz going up the gut. He'll be stopped at the 50-yard line for a quick gain of 2 yards.
You know, Josh, one of the things that happens when you get down 14-0 early in a game like this, it sucks the life out of everybody. You know, I'm seeing the guys on the sideline. Nobody's excited, especially on that 3rd and long. The crowd's a little lethargic right now. You know, you need the EWC crowd and the sidelines to turn it up a little bit.
2nd down and 8 on the opposite side of the 50-yard line. Shotgun formation, he'll take the snap. Smith back to pass, looking right, he'll be tucked and he will run. Smith will have all day to go. Across the 40, gives himself up inside the 40. They'll mark him down at the Edward Waters 38-yard line. It'll be a 1st and 10 for the Golden Bears.
Hey, and that's where Smith is his most dangerous, is when he gets out and run. He hasn't done a lot of running this season like he did last year, but, man, he's dangerous when he gets out of the pocket.
1st and 10 for the Golden Bears at the 38-yard line. Shotgun pistol formation. Fakes the handoff. Rolling over to the near side right. Ball is thrown. That should be intentional grounding.
Yes.
The referee is holding that flag.
Throw the flag.
Great quarterback pressure there for EWC's Terran Quarles.
They're going to talk about it, but that's got to be – he was inside the pocket there, didn't get out, and the ball didn't even get to the line of scrimmage.
And there's the flag.
Okay, there we go.
Intentional grounding against the Golden Bears. Ball will be backed up to the 50-yard line. It'll be a loss of down on the play, backed up to the 50-yard line. It'll be 2nd and long from there.
All right, this is opportunity here. Defense, crowd needs to get into the game. Defense needs the crowd to get into the game. Big opportunity right here.
Miles needing the Edward Waters 28 for first down. Shotgun formation, empty backfield here for the quarterback and Daniel Smith. They go 5 wide. Trips right, twins near side left. Takes the snap. Looking right, throwing down the seam. It's nearly picked off. Boogie Mahone had a bead on that one, read that one beautifully, and just could not take it away.
Yeah, he read that perfectly. I thought he was gone. I thought that was, and I mean, really, he had so much momentum when that ball flew by him that, yeah, I don't think a receiver would have caught him. He was in full sprint mode to the ball. That's 10 push-ups, Josh.
Absolutely. 3rd and long from midfield. Empty backfield. 5 wide. Trips to the far side right. Twins near side to the left. Tigers will rush 4. Barking out the signals is Smith. He'll take the snap. Back to pass. Stepping up in the pocket. Looking right. Throwing. It is caught, but quickly wrapped up is Dominique McNeely. Boogie Mahone makes the reception. They get a good chunk of yards there on the play to make it a decision here for head coach Reginald Ruffin. On a 4th down and maybe 5 here, they'll spot the football at the Edward Waters 33-yard line.
I think they're going to go for it. No hesitation. Right up to the line. Here they go.
They will go for it here. 4th down and 5 from the 33. Empty backfield, 5 wide. Takes the snap, and head coach Greg Ruffin will call a timeout.
Yeah, I don't think the DBs were so far off that I don't think there was any recognition on where the first down marker was.
Head coach Greg Ruffin calls a timeout. We'll do the same. 2:11 remaining first quarter. Miles 14, Edward Waters nothing. We'll take a break for this 30-second timeout here on the Black College Sports Network and 1010XL.
From the press box to press row, the premier sports talk show placing major emphasis on HBCU sports. Host Donald Ware will take you on a journey each week through the world of HBCU sports and pro sports with such guests as...
Let's welcome Serena Williams.
And of course, Donald Ware's insights.
This will be one of the best matchups ever.
To listen to the show each week, visit us on the web at www.boxtorow.com. From the press box to press row, real sports talk.
The Creole seasoning is a sodium-free and sugar.
Here we go. 4th down and 5 for the Golden Bears. From the Edward Waters 33-yard line. Empty backfield for Miles. Trip receivers to the front side right, twins to the near side left. Tigers rushing 4 here, needing to get off the field here defensively. Smith will take the snap. Back to pass, looking right, throwing, tipped up in the air, and incomplete. Great job. Matthew Wilkerson gets a paw up there, bats it away. It's a turnover on down to the Tiger defense, makes the stop.
Way to use that 6'6" frame by Mr. Wilkerson. Good job.
And Matthews already getting some looks from a couple of NFL teams. Potentially we could hear his name called on draft day in 2020. 1st and 10 for Edward Waters. Ball after the turnover on downs will be spotted at the 33-yard line of EWC. Could that spark the EWC offense?
The offense has been moving pretty well. Now they need to just go ahead and finish it on this drive. Let's see if they can get that done.
Pistol formation. Carter right behind quarterback Rashard Branch. 4 receiver set. Twins to either side of the formation. Takes the snap. Handoff. Carter stacked up and stuffed at the line for maybe a gain of a half yard, if that. Have not seen Deshaun Hugie in the game as of yet. Leading rusher for EWC. He's right now standing next to head coach Greg Ruffin. Looks like he is going to go into the game here. Out comes Carter. In comes Deshaun Hugie, the freshman running back from Flagler Palm Coast High School. Approaching a minute and a half remaining first quarter. Miles leading 14-0. Shotgun formation. Hugie standing to the right of quarterback Rashard Branch. 3 receivers to the far side left. Single receiver to the near side right is David Beeks. Puts Hugie in motion to create twins to the near side right. Will take the snap. Back to pass. Looking. Screen. Near side pass is complete. That's Beeks. Beeks is quickly wrapped up, however, by a few Golden Bears. May have gotten tackled at the 35-yard line for a gain of 2 on the play.
And I'll tell you what, Miles linebacker Austin Stevens, who was the defensive player of the year last year, he was very close to picking that off. And I noticed he has a cast of some sort on his hand, and maybe that's why he didn't reach his arm out there or his hand, but that was so close.
The Golden Bears have been giving up about 255 yards per contest through the air. But right now we're seeing those corners really locking in on these EWC receivers. 3rd and 8 for the Tigers from the 35-yard line. Shotgun formation. 4 wide. Trips left, single near side to the right. Hugie to the right of Branch. He'll take the snap. Back to pass. Looking. Throws it away.
Yeah, there was a blitz coming on his left side. Got to get rid of that ball sooner.
Tavius Floyd on the quarterback pressure for the Golden Bears. And the Tigers will have to punt it away again for the second time here in this contest. Angel Sevier on to punt. Gradarius Brown back to receive here for Miles. 13 on the play clock. Here is the snap. Here's the punt. Got it away. High hanging, nice punt, fair catch called for. Taken inside the 30 at the 28-yard line.
And no flag for roughing the punter or anything, but man, I tell you what, that was close. Miles definitely had the punt block called on that play. 18.5
seconds remaining first quarter. Miles 14, Edward Waters nothing. Joshua Jackson, Brian Fulford here with you from First Coast High School's The Shipyard. Both bands in attendance, the Miles Marching Band over on the far side, and, of course, the EWC Triple Threat Marching Band.
A lot of high school bands here.
A lot of high school bands in the house. I see Reigns' band in the house. Reigns had a big victory last night. Of course, they had a big victory a week ago, and they defeated Ribault last week in the Northwest Classic. Penalty against the Golden Bears. It's going to have this drive start inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. And it's where Miles will go 1st and 10, their worst field position of the contest. 18.5 left to go first quarter. Daniel Smith will work from the pistol. 3 receivers to the far side right, ball on the far side right hash. Tigers rushing 4 here on 1st and 10. 15 on the play clock now. 14 and 13. Smith barking out the signals at the line. Golden Bears in white and purple this afternoon. Takes the snap. Turn. Stretch play to the back going over the right side. Is going to lower his shoulder. Is going to have about 9 yards on the play. Actually, will give him 10 and a first down. There is an injured Tiger. Edwards on the carry. And that actually will stop play. 10 seconds left to go here into this first quarter. There is an injured Tiger. Can't get that number. I believe that's Willis Glover, the injured Tiger. Glover, the 6 foot, 303-pound nose tackle out of Palm Coast and Flagler Palm Coast High.
And I saw Wilkerson talking to the officials. So I'm not sure if there was some sort of illegal block or something that happened there, but Wilkerson seemed to be taking the opportunity to let the officials know to look out for something there.
And head coach Greg Ruffin is out on the field attending to that injured player, and he is giving the officials the business right now. He's not happy with something he's seeing from the officials. I know Wilkerson was talking about potential holding and that sort of thing, but Coach Ruffin definitely not happy with what he's seeing from this SIAC officiating crew led by referee Rashad Lewis. Tigers again wrapping up this quick 2-game road trip. We'll hit the road next week as we'll take on the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State University up in Frankfort, Kentucky. EWC will be back at home on Friday. Yes, Friday. Friday night football. College style as the Tigers will take on the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee University.
Please give these groups a big round of applause.
That is big Willis Glover being assisted off of the field. Helped off by the EWC training staff led by head athletic trainer Larry Bell. Favoring that right ankle, not really putting any weight on it.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for number 93, Willis Glover.
He gets a good applause here from this EWC crowd. 1st and 10 for the Golden Bears.
They're on the other end.
And
I think they're like when they start this clock up. I think they're willing to just walk it off to the other end.
So they'll wind the clock, and that will be the final action here from this first quarter. Rough start for the purple and orange here as the Tigers are down 2 scores as we go to the second quarter. Miles 14, Edward Waters nothing. Let's take a 1-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll get the second quarter action right after this as you're listening to Edward Waters College Football right here on the Black College Sports Network and 1010XL.
The Creole seasoning is a sodium-free and sugar-free blend that's versatile enough to put on anything. One of the first blends I developed more than 8 years ago, the Creole seasoning has an unmistakable aroma, a bold flavor, and a little heat for character. Every time I open one of these bottles, I hear trumpets and big band music.
Wherever you've been, whatever you've been through, we have a warm welcome waiting for you at more than 325 hotels around the world. Book today at DoubleTree.com.
First and 10 for the Golden Bears from the 25-yard line. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, throws far side. The pass is incomplete. Pass thrown over on that far side, incomplete. Brings up 2nd down and 10 as that pass was intended for Dominique McNeely. It'll be 2nd down and 10 from the Golden Bear 24-yard line. Pistol formation, trips to the far side left. Movement along the line of scrimmage will be offside. Free play for Miles. They look, throw, far side pass complete at the 38-yard line. Across the 40 and down at the 43-yard line. On the read option play, they get a good chunk of yards. Of course, they'll wave off that offside against EWC, but Grant Dubose with the reception, and it'll be a 1st down for the Golden Bears, excuse me.
And the defenders have to know, look, when you jump that far off, just go ahead and do your best to get to the quarterback. Make the officials stop the play, because if everyone stops, all of a sudden you just give a free play up to the offense, and, the offense is trained to keep going. Defenders have to get that in that same mindset.
1st and 10 for the Golden Bears. Ball spotted at the 43-yard line of Miles. Going from left to right here in the 2nd quarter. Pistol formation. 3 receivers to the near side right. Takes a snap. Stretch play. Handoff to the back. Gets across the 45. Keeps his feet moving. He's going to have the 1st down in Tiger territory at the 46-yard line.
That was Dante Edwards. I think that's Edwards, the 3rd back we mentioned. That was a strong run.
The 5'8", 215-pound sophomore from Mobile, Alabama. Davidson High School with the 1st down for the Golden Bears. At the Edward Waters 46. Pistol formation. 3 receivers split out far side to the left. 4 receiver set. Smith barking out the signals at the line. He'll take the snap. Fakes the handoff, looking down the seam, looking, going to take the shot, down the seam, and it's caught at the 15, down at the 10-yard line. On the reception, Dominique McNeely moves the chains. It'll be 1st and goal for the Golden Bears.
And I was watching the safety. The safety got caught looking in the backfield and never dropped back to be able to help. And there's another down offensive or defensive lineman.
So 2 of the big interior defensive linemen are going to be unavailable for a short period of time as Big Z Zuriel Davis, the redshirt sophomore from Jacksonville and Andrew Jackson High School, injured on that play. And right now, looking at the statistics right now, Brian, it's telling the story right now. At the end of the 1st quarter, Miles had 147 yards of total offense. EWC just 32 there in that 1st quarter. So head coach Greg Ruffin looking at Zuriel Davis, and we'll keep it here. 1st and goal for the Golden Bears at the Edward Waters 9-yard line. And Brian, right now it's gut check time here for the men in purple and orange this evening.
Yeah, definitely. The defense has to definitely find a way to overcome up front. But really, I feel like the defensive backs, whether it be the safeties or the cornerbacks, whether they're giving up too much room at the line of scrimmage or, not necessarily reading the play deep in the backfield, that's where the changes need to occur. And it needs to happen quickly, on the fly.
Big Z walks off under his own power. He's going to be okay. 1st and goal for the Golden Bears at the 8-yard line of Edward Waters. That's the big chunk play a few moments ago. They'll go and line up in the pistol. Edwards right behind Smith. 3 receivers split out far side to the left. Takes the snap. Stretch play. Handoff to the back going over the left side. Tigers have that one hemmed in. They're going to push him down. After a gain of a couple on the play, Cedric Lewis in on the stop there for EWC.
That was a good tackle there by Lewis.
Lewis, the senior linebacker, 5'11", 205 from Lauderhill, Florida. Piper High. Gain of a couple on the play. 2nd and goal from right between the 7 and 6 yard lines, respectively. Shotgun formation. 1 backside, car left. 3 receiver set, 2 left, single near side to the right. Takes the snap. Back to pass to Smith. Smith looking left, Smith throwing. Back of the end zone. It is caught, but out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Was looking for Dominique McNeely. Falls incomplete. 3rd and goal now for Miles.
Another opportunity for the crowd to get into it, for the defensive, the guys on the sideline to get the crowd into it.
3rd and goal for Miles from the 7-yard line. Pistol formation. Twin receivers near side right, single far side left. Moving along the line of scrimmage. Free play, looking, throwing back of the end zone, incomplete. And another flag thrown. It's going to be a pass interference against EWC.
Well, that one is, look, I'll take that defensive pass interference because, just don't let him score.
But it's going to give Miles a first down. They're going to have 3 shots at the end zone.
But the penalties right now are killing them. I think that's the 3rd false start.
Offside against Edward Waters. That one's declined. The pass interference against EWC will be accepted. Ball will be placed at around the 1-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal for the Golden Bears. All due respect to the SIAC, Brian, I think it's a great conference, and if it's the conference that we're ultimately going to go into, great. But you've got Golden Tigers, Golden Bears, Maroon Tigers. For a broadcaster who has some alliteration issues, it's going to be a bit of an issue for me.
And don't forget, aren't the Savannah State Tigers?
Right.
Yeah, there's a couple of Tigers in.
Handoff to the back. Tigers have them hemmed in. They're going to bring them down to the backfield. Nice job. And once again, Taryn Quarles in on the stop there for Edward Waters. Dante Edwards on the carry. It'll be a loss of maybe a yard on the play.
Give some credit to Mahone and number 99, Jaron Wilson, for getting in the backfield.
2nd and goal from the 3. Pistol formation, single receiver to either side, and there is a timeout taken, but by who? Timeout taken by EWC. So a timeout taken by the Tigers. Will go ahead and take the timeout as well. 12:26 remaining. First half. Miles 14. Edward Waters nothing. Let's take a break. Come back with more Tiger football after this on the Black College Sports Network and 1010XL.
Wherever you've been, whatever you've been through, we have a warm welcome waiting for you at more than 325 hotels around the world. Book today at DoubleTree.com. DoubleTree by Hilton, where the little things mean everything.
2nd and goal for the Golden Bears from the Edward Waters 3-yard line. 12:26 remaining, 2nd quarter. Miles leading 14-0, but looking for more. Pistol formation. Edwards right behind Smith. Single receiver side the side of the formation. Takes a snap. Stretch play. Handoff to the back. Going over the left side. Runs off a man. Gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Bears. Dante Edwards into the end zone. And it's raining purple and gold here in Jacksonville.
Yeah, defensive lineman did his best out there, but just unable to hold on to Edwards. He's just slipped through his hands, and there was no extra help on that side of the line. So
kicking unit coming on here for Miles to extend their lead to 20-0. Snap, spot, kick, it's up, it's on the way. And it is good. 12:21 remaining until halftime. We'll keep it here. Miles 21, Edward Waters nothing. And again, it's gone from bad to worse here for EWC. You've got a couple of injured interior defensive linemen for the Tigers. And right now, Miles is just getting anything and everything that they want right now against EWC.
Yeah, I think it's the self-inflicted penalties right now that are hurting Edward Waters. You've had opportunities. So you had 3 penalties in the first quarter, and then we had on that last drive at least 2 penalties. So by my count, I think we're up to about 4 offsides penalties on the defense. And you can't give a team like Miles 2nd and 3rd opportunities. They're too good for that.
Kicking unit on here for the Golden Bears. Jackson Spradlin on the kick, back deep for EWC. Will be Kennard Boogie Mahone. And we hear the sounds of the Miles Golden Bear Marching Band over on the far side. Here's the kick. Angling towards that left side. Left side is going to go out of bounds. The Tigers are going to have great field position as a result of the kick going out of bounds.
Looked like the kicker came up a little lame there. He's trying to he's limping off. He may have hurt himself.
So free kick out of bounds will put the Tigers 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. 12:21 left to go until halftime. Miles 21, Edward Waters nothing. Stick around for the Kelly Tours halftime report. Stats, facts, and figures from this first half. The box to row blitz from Donald Ware and the HBCU scoreboard from Alvin Washington.
Would like to see Deshaun Hugie get going here on this drive. We haven't seen much of him in this ball game.
1st and 10 for the Tigers from the 35. Pistol formation. Hugie right behind Branch. 4 wide this time. Trips to the near side right. Single far side to trips to the near side left. Single far side right. Takes the snap. Looking. Throwing over the middle pass. Complete. Quinlan Bisbee gets across the 40. Out to the 42-yard line. The freshman from Jacksonville gets a gain of 7 on the play.
And look, that's where you're going to have to attack Miles. I mean, they average about 255 passing yards per game, allowing that much. So if you're gonna attack them, it has to be vertically and not going to the sidelines, in my opinion.
2nd and 3 for the Tigers from the 43. Pistol formation once again. Takes a snap. Turn, hand, Hugie. Hugie runs into a wall. Gets forward. Gets a gain of 2. It'll be a yard short of the first down. Be 3rd and goal from the 44.
I couldn't tell if he went backwards on his own or whether he got pushed back as he hit the line.
Under center goes Branch. Spins off a tackle. Lost the football.
Goodness.
And Miles looks like they are going to recover.
Oh, wow.
Went under center.
They tried to do a quick snap, Josh. Tried to go quick snap. And Branch got hit, and then as he tried to roll, he got hit again and lost the ball. Unfortunate set of circumstances right there.
1st and 10 for the Golden Bears. At the 43-yard line of Edward Waters. New quarterback in the game for Miles. 4 wide this time go the Golden Bears. Trips to the far side left, single near side to the right, pistol formation. They'll take the snap. Fakes the handoff. Looking, throwing. Near side pass is complete. Out to the 35-yard line. There is a flag at the line of scrimmage. Essentially, LeJohn Cordier. Penalty against the Golden Bears. A holding call against Miles. LeJohn Cordier is the new quarterback for the Golden Bears. The 6', 200-pound senior from New Orleans and the transfer from Stillman College.
And that's LeJohn, not Lil John.
Not Lil John. Okay. After the 10-yard penalty, ball is backed up to the 47.
Couldn't help myself, Josh. I'm sorry.
Nice
I saw that. I had to get that in.
1st and 20. Pistol formation. 4 wide. Take the snap. Turn. Hands to the back. Going over the left side. Tripped up at the line of scrimmage. Zuriel Davis in on the stop. Maybe a gain of a yard on the play.
Josh, I think he may have made that tackle with his forearm laying on the ground. Honestly, unbelievable play there.
But Darius Martin on the carry, 2nd and 19, down from the 48. Cordier in the gun, 4 wide. Trips to the far side, left single, near side right. 1 back sidecar to the left. Actually, they will change to the gun, yep. With 1 back sidecar left. Puts the receiver in motion. Takes the snap. Back to pass is Cordier. Stepping up in the pocket. He'll be hit. He's going to go down. Jaron Wilson in on the sack for Edward Waters. Jaron Wilson, the true freshman from Jacksonville and Raines High School, in on the stop for EWC.
Call that one a coverage sack, Josh. Give some credit to the DBs for covering their man on that one.
3rd down and 19 now for the Golden Bears from the 48. Can the EWC defense get off of the field? They desperately need to. Cordier in the pistol. 4 wide. Twins either side. Takes a snap. Turn. Hand to the back. Up the gut. Is going to be hit and stopped short of the first down. Out to the 41-yard line. Give him a gain of 14 on the play. Makes it now 4th down and about 6 for the Golden Bears. Looks like the Golden Bears are going to go for it here.
Going for it again. Right back to the line. The last time they were in this situation, EWC got a stop on 4th down.
Cordier in the pistol. Can the Tigers hold their water? They've had a slew of offsides here as the rain begins to come down here in Jacksonville.
Speaking of holding your water.
Absolutely. 12 on the play clock now. Shotgun formation for Cordier. They go 4 wide. Takes the snap. Back to pass. Looking left, throwing. Far side man. Wide open pass is complete.
Oh, man.
It's a 1st down for the Golden Bears as Grant DuBose makes the reception. Gonna move the chains for a Golden Bear 1st down. And now the rain falls down that much harder. And sends some of the crowd toward cover. Takes the snap, turn, hand to the back, turn to the corner, left side. It's got to get inside the 30. Tackled at around the 29, 28-yard line. Apologize for our fans on the Black College Sports Network. We're having some issues right now with our camera because of the rain. With our streaming service, but our fans on 1010XL still getting the action here. 2nd down and 7 for the Golden Bears from around the 28, 27-yard line. Pistol formation, twin receivers on the side of the formation. Lost the football all the way back to the 40, picks it back up. Tigers are going to get there and bring him down. Bad snap. Cordier had to go way back to the 40 to get it.
So check us out. And
Rolls in on the stop.
That's MYMAJESTEAS.
The 3rd down and long all the way back to the 38-yard line.
In Urban Passport.
There is an injured Tiger at the 25.
Are you hungry for authentic
that's something I'm going to have to
food?
keep an eye on, Josh. It can't be a coincidence with these defensive linemen dropping the way they are. It's got to be something going on up front.
Caribbean restaurant.
So Big Zuriel Davis is being assisted off of the field once again. It'll be 3rd down at about 18 when we're set to go back to action. As again, the rain coming down here at First Coast. 3rd down and long for the Golden Bears. Ball backed up to the 38-yard line after the wide snap. Can the Tiger defense finally get off the field? Cordier will work from the gun. One backside card to his right. 4 receiver set, 3 left, single near side to the right. Tigers rushing 4 here on 3rd and long. Takes a snap, back to pass to Cordier. Looking, hit, throws near side. It is incomplete. Great job of quarterback pressure there for EWC. I believe that's Matthew Wilkerson in on the quarterback pressure again for the Tigers.
Great job by the defense. And those folks who are watching us online, we apologize for the little bit of delay there. We had to deal with a weather situation, but we are back up now.
And it looks like the kicking unit comes on here. Will it be the kicking or punting unit here for the Golden Bears?
Be interesting to see if they went for a field goal from this distance.
Boogie Mahone is standing at around his own 10-yard line.
Yeah, it would make sense to sort of pooch punt this and back up the Tigers.
As the punting unit, Jay Fitch coming on the punt here for the Golden Bears. Here is the snap. Fitch's punt. Back spinning punt, trying to coffin corner that thing. It will go out of bounds at around the 15-yard line, and that is where Edward Waters will go 1st and 10. 7:38 remaining until halftime. Edward Waters trailing 21-0 to the defending and 5-1 Golden Bears of Miles College, the defending champions of the SIAC.
And, you know, the last couple of weeks for Miles, they have had a little bit of trouble getting out to a lead. They've actually had to they've had a couple of close ball games. Of course, last week against Benedict, the game that went back and forth. They ended up winning with under a minute to go. And then, of course, against Clark Atlanta a couple of weeks ago. So this is the most comfortable lead they've had in a few weeks.
1st and 10 for the Tigers at their own 15-yard line, moving left and trailing by 3 scores. Shotgun formation for Branch. Takes the snap. Handoff. Hugie up the gut, stacked up at the line, maybe a gain of 2 on the play. That hole closed up quickly.
2nd down, Tigers.
Gain of 2 on the play. 2nd and 8. Ball spotted around the 17-yard line. 7:22 left to go here. Second quarter, 21-0. Our score, Miles on top. Pistol formation. Hugie right behind Branch. 4 receiver set, twins either side of the formation. Golden Bears initially showing blitz. They back off, takes the snap. Handoff. Hugie stacked up and brought down in the backfield. Great shoestring tackle made by Cardarius Roberts. Roberts, the 6'1", 275-pound junior from Bessemer, Alabama. Transfer from Jacksonville State. Loss of a yard on the play.
I wonder if there's a little hesitation here by Coach Ruffin to actually put this ball in the air because of the weather a little bit and then where you're at.
That's playing right into what Miles wants to do because they're only giving up about 50 yards rushing to opponents.
Yep.
Per contest. 3rd down and 9 for Edward Waters from the 16. Shotgun formation for Branch. 3 wide, 4 wide, takes the snap. Branch looking, throwing, near side pass is complete at the 20-yard line. Breaks the tackle at the 25. It's going to have the first down. And on the reception is David Beeks. Beeks on the crossing route. Will move the chains for a Tiger first down.
Nice run by Beeks, especially to pick up that first down. Did a great job of shedding the tackle on that.
1st and 10 for the purple and orange at the 29-yard line of EWC. 6:05 remaining. Second quarter, Miles on top, 21-0. Shotgun formation. 1 backside guard to the right of Branches, Deshaun Hugie. 4 wide, trips to the far side right, single receiver near side to the left. 8 on the play clock now. Now they'll put Horn in motion. Takes the snap. Handoff. This is Hugie, flag thrown at the snap. Hugie trying to get outside, tiptoes the sideline, goes out of bounds. Another flag thrown as Hugie went out of bounds on the far side. Hugie going out of bounds at around the 35-yard line, but hold everything. We'll check these 2 flags. Could this be a formation issue against EWC? Head coach Greg Ruffin standing with both palms outstretched, indicating why. So this penalty might go against Edward Waters, but this is a long discussion from this SIAC officiating crew.
The question is, what's that second penalty?
Illegal formation against Edward Waters. And both referees saw the same thing. Loss of 5 on the play after the illegal formation. Ball backed up to the 24-yard line. It'll be 1st and 15 from there.
First down, Tigers.
1st and 15 for Edward Waters from their own 24-yard line. 5:38 left to go until halftime. 21-0 our score. Miles on top. Branch in the gun. Hugie the backside guard to the right. 4 receiver set. Takes the snap. Looking, throwing. Pass incomplete. Branch went inside. Ball went outside. Pass incomplete. 2nd and 15 here for EWC.
Little miscommunication, or did that ball kind of slip out of his hands? Which one would you say on that one? It looked like it kind of came out of his hands a little wet.
5:27 left to go until halftime. Shotgun formation for Branch. Actually, they'll go from the pistol. Hugie right behind him. 4 wide this time. Twins either side of the formation. Bears rushing forward. Takes the snap, lost the football, and Branch is going to have to fall on it.
Bad snap. Wasn't ready either as on the center of the quarterback. Somebody.
Nylander Granville, the center, snapping that one early. All kinds of miscommunication here for EWC.
Self-inflicted wounds.
As head coach Greg Ruffin often says, you can't let Edward Waters beat Edward Waters. Right. Braden Miner back in the game at quarterback for EWC. Miner, the true freshman quarterback from Nampa, Idaho, Nampa High School, to try to engineer this 3rd and long. Tigers needing the 39 for first down.
That's an interesting switch right in the middle of the drive.
Shotgun formation. One backside card to the right. And looks like we're going to have delay of game against EWC.
I think EWC still had a timeout. Still have one left, I believe.
It is the top of the hour. Let's quickly pause 10 seconds for station identification here on 1010XL 92.5 FM. Third down and long here for Edward Waters after the penalty. Ball backed up to the 22-yard line. 4 wide. Now they'll stick Hugie out in the slot on the far side. Takes a snap. Looking. Minor throwing over the middle. Pass complete. Matthew Wilkerson with the reception. Down to the 41-yard line. That'll move the chains for a Tiger first down.
Great throw. Great catch. Wilkerson, 6'6". Miles didn't have anybody to cover that. Just gonna say that right here.
Put it right where only Wilkerson can get it.
Exactly.
And the big 6'7" defensive end and tight end climbs the ladder, makes the reception, moves the chains for a Tiger first down. And Miles will call a timeout. So the Golden Bears call a timeout. We'll go ahead and do the same. This will be a 30-second timeout. 4:27 left to go here until halftime. Miles 21, Edward Waters nothing. Let's take a break for this 30-second timeout here on the Black College Sports Network and 1010XL.
Q-Time is our classic Atlanta soul food restaurant located in the historic West End. Q-Time Soul Food is a family business started by Fred and Christine Crenshaw. Come on in, relax, and sink your chops into our tantalizing, mouth-watering, distinctive soul food with a twist, the Q-Time way. 1120 Ralph David Abernathy Boulevard, or call your order in at 404-758-2881. Do you miss your mama's cooking? Then come on down to Q-Time, an Urban Passport member.
Jacksonville. Tigers down 21-0 to the Golden Bears of Miles College. Joshua Jackson, Brian Fulford here with you into the broadcast of Tigers football here on the Black College Sports Network and 1010XL. Tigers have it 1st and 10 from their own 42-yard line. Braden Minor in the game at quarterback for EWC. He's spelling Rashard Branch. He'll line up in the gun. Huge at the backside card to the left. They go 4 wide. Wilkerson in the slot to the far side right. He'll take the snap. Fakes the handoff. Looking, throwing near side. Tiberius Horn. Mello incomplete. Thought he was going to get it. He could not bring it in. It was bobbled. He was matched up with the quarterback, Jarius Grayson. Falls incomplete, brings up 2nd and 10.
He did a great job, I thought, of keeping his eyes on that. He almost came up with that as he was falling down. It's about as good as he could have done on that play.
2nd and 10 for the goal for the Tigers from the EWC 42-yard line. Moving left and trailing by 3 scores. In the gun is Minor. They go 4 wide. Trips right. Single near side to the left. Hugie the backside car to the left of quarterback Braden Minor. 5 on the play clock now. 4 and 3. 2, 1. And there's delay of game.
Didn't get it off in time. Well, I was just thinking, Josh, Coach Ruffin seems to be more comfortable throwing vertically with with Minor than we saw with Branch, or at least it's Minor actually just seeing the middle of the field a little bit better.
Really talking with head coach Greg Ruffin this week and on the Greg Ruffin Show that you can catch on our Facebook and YouTube channels. He really talked about the quarterback play and just getting consistent quarterback play. He's really that's been the problem for EWC all year long, is not really getting consistent quarterback play, whether it's through Braden Minor or Rashard Branch or Ja'Shawn Francis.
Yeah, and that's unfortunately that is what young quarterbacks
2 sophomores and a true freshman.
Exactly, that's what you get sometimes with them.
So after the 5-yard penalty, it'll back them up to the 38-yard line, or the Tigers of EWC. Again, stick around for the Kelly Tours halftime report. Stats, facts, and figures from this first half. The box roll blitz from Donald Ware. The HBCU scoreboard from Alvin Washington. Shotgun formation, empty backfield. Minor takes the snap. Back to pass, looking, throwing down the seam. It is intercepted at the 40. 45 midfield, 45 to the Tiger 40. Still on the far sideline, tiptoes his way out of bounds. And another flag will be thrown for a late hit out of bounds.
Yeah, late hit out of bounds. And that was a perfect example of your young quarterback, a bad read, bad decision.
Ball thrown way over the head of the intended receiver, Matthew Wilkerson, and it was intercepted. The Golden Bears are going to have it in even better range as a result of the late hit out of bounds against EWC.
And I wouldn't be surprised when Miles called that timeout, Josh, right after Wilkerson caught that last pass. I would argue that they probably made some adjustments, some quick adjustments on the fly to deal with Wilkerson and say, okay, when he comes down on the seam again, this is what we want to do.
We didn't get the call from this SIAC officiating crew. Personal foul against Edward Waters. They'll add 15 yards to the end of the run, of the interception. And the Tigers coughing the football up for the third time tonight. Ball will be spotted at the 24-yard line. Daniel Smith back in the game at quarterback for the Golden Bears. He'll line up in the gun, one backside guard to his left. Twin receivers to the near side right, single far side to the left. 1st and 10 from the Edward Waters 24. Smith puts a tight end in motion. Wing to the right now. Takes the snap. Handoff to the SB keeper for Smith. Up the gut. Smith will be hit and cut down inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. A gain of 11 and a first down for the Golden Bears.
Such a dangerous runner, and now running the RPO, and he's deciding to keep it. Just that extra dimension that Miles has with their offense when you got a quarterback who can do what he can do.
1st and 10 for Miles at the Edward Waters 14-yard line. Pistol formation, 3 receiver set, 2 right, single far side to the left. We have a stoppage in play, and head coach Greg Ruffin will call a timeout. They call a timeout, we do the same. 3:42 left to go until halftime. Miles 21, Edward Waters nothing. Let's take a break, come back with more Tiger football after this here on the Black College Sports Network and 1010XL.
Q-Time is a classic Atlanta soul food restaurant located in the historic West End. Q-Time Soul Food is a family business started by Fred and Christine Crenshaw. Come on in, relax, and sink your chops into our tantalizing, mouth-watering, distinctive soul food with a twist, the Q-Time way. 1120 Ralph David Abernathy Boulevard, or call your order in at 404-758-2881. Do you miss your mama's cooking? Then come on down to Q-Time, an Urban Passport member.
This December 21st, the best in HBCU football will collide.
Until halftime, Miles leading Edward Waters 21-0. Golden Bears have it now 1st and 10 at the Edward Waters 13-yard line. Daniel Smith in at quarterback. He'll line up in the pistol. 3 receiver set, 2 right, single far side left, tight end, wing to the right. Now puts him in motion. Now wing to the left, takes a snap, stretch play, turn, hand to the back, going over the left side, now breaks the tackle, gets into the end zone. Touchdown Golden Bears. There is a flag on the play, however. There is a flag in the backfield at the 15-yard line. It's going to be a hold against Miles. That'll wipe off that touchdown. Justin Ruiz taking it into the end zone for a second rushing touchdown. However, I'll wipe that one off as a result of the penalty.
Bring it back, bring it back. I think that might be the first holding I've seen called on that offensive line from Miles in this game. And that group has definitely, over the course of this game, been winning the battle up front.
So after the 10-yard penalty, we'll back up the Golden Bears to the Edward Waters 24-yard line. Make it 1st and long from there. 3:37 left to go until halftime. And a 21-0 lead for the defending champions of the SIAC. Daniel Smith in the pistol, 3 receiver set. Takes the snap, turn, hand to the back on the left side. Lost his footing. That's Ruiz. Stays on his feet, gets inside the 20, goes down at the 19-yard line. Gain of maybe 5 on the play to make it 2nd and 15 from there.
Great opportunity for the defense to get a stop. At least force a field goal. Do something here. Don't give up another 6.
3:13, 3:12, 3:11 left to go here until halftime. Pistol formation here on the 2nd and 15 from the 19. 3 receiver set. Fakes the handoff. Smith looking, throwing. It is complete. 10 breaks a tackle, be hit and stopped at the 15-yard line. As on the reception is the halfback DeAndre Harvey. Be tackled short of the first down. Make it 3rd and a long one from the 5.
Yeah, I think he needed to get to, it looks like the 4 or maybe the 3 to actually get the first down. 3rd and 1.
Pistol formation. 3 receiver set. Now they'll stop, look at the offensive brain trust over on the far side, reset to protection, and set to go.
Watch out for Smith keeping this one.
Smith takes a snap, stretch play, handoff to the back, going over the left side. That's Ruiz. He's going to be hit and stopped at around the 2-yard line, but it will be a first down for the Golden Bears.
That stretch play has been a killer all day.
First down.
Turning that corner on the left side, Justin Ruiz will move the chains for a Golden Bear first down to be first and goal for Miles from the 2-yard line of Edward Waters. Clock runs with 2 minutes remaining until halftime. Pistol formation. 3 receiver set. Takes the snap. Stretch play. Handoff. Ruiz stiff arms a man. He gets to the pylon. Touchdown. Stiff arm to the man over on the left side. Beat the Tiger over to the pylon on the far side. And the Golden Bears put 6 more points on the board.
That's Ruiz's second rushing touchdown of the day. And I tell you, when you can just sub in backs the way Miles is doing, it's a credit to the offensive line and just goes to show the depth that they have at that running back position.
Jackson Spradlin on to attempt the extra point here for the Golden Bears. Snap, spot, the kick, it is up, it is on the way. It is good. 1:47 left to go here until halftime. We'll take a break. Miles 28, Edward Waters nothing. Take a break, come back with more Tiger football after this here on the Black College Sports Network in 1010XL.
This December 21st, the best in HBCU football will collide in Atlanta at the Celebration Bowl. MEAC versus SWAC. Champion versus champion. Only one team will rise above the rest and claim the coveted Celebration Bowl trophy. Come join the celebration at Mercedes-Benz Stadium this December. For more information, visit the Celebration.
Ruiz gets into the end zone, extends the Golden Bear lead. All of these Goldens and Maroons are killing me. Miles 28.
That's what you got to do.
I just got to stick with that.
Just go with
Miles
first
28.
Names.
Edward Waters nothing. Broadcasters mess up too. It happens. As the Golden Bears will kick off. I almost did it again. Brady Hamill on the kick. Kennard Boogie Mahone back to receive. Here's the kick. It is high, tailing toward that left side. It will go. We'll check up at the 18-yard line. Boogie will pick it up, and he'll be swarmed under at around the 16-yard line.
That time he was able to kick that ball and get it to check up without going out of bounds.
The Golden Tigers will come to Jacksonville on November the 1st. The Tuskegee Golden Tigers. It'll be a 7 o'clock kick. That's a Friday contest. The Tigers and the Golden Tigers. Pray for me on that one for all the alliteration going on there.
Good luck. Good luck with that one.
Kick-off at 7 o'clock p.m. Of course, we'll have the contest here on the Black College Sports Network and on 1010XL.
A minute 43?
And Rashard Branch in the game at quarterback. Matthew Wilkerson in the game as well. He'll be the slot receiver to the near side left. 1st and 10 for the Tigers at around the 17-yard line.
And I think you definitely got to have Wilkerson in there just to be able to draw a couple of DBs, maybe a linebacker and a DB. It might open up something underneath.
And the gun is Branch. Huge to the backside, car right. Takes the snap. Back to pass. Branch looking. Branch hit. Branch is going to be sacked. Branch hit and sacked. He's on the sack for the Golden Bears. Appears to be Cameron Sneed, the 5'11", 242-pound redshirt freshman from Macon, Georgia. And on the sack. Loss on the play, backs it up to the 11-yard line to be 2nd and long from there.
Yeah, he didn't have any time whatsoever. I mean, by the time he dropped back, he had white jerseys in his space.
Shotgun formation, 4 wide, trips to the near side left, single far side to the right, huge to the backside car to the right. And we have movement along the line of scrimmage. Who's this flag going to go against? So it's movement on both sides. Is it offsides or is it a false start?
Should be offsides on the defense, especially if the offensive lineman moved while the defender was in and across the line.
Pretty lengthy discussion here from this SIAC officiating crew.
And I'm sure that's what that is about, the timing of who went when.
Tell you, Brian, we talked about it a few moments ago. You can't afford to have Edward Waters consistently beating Edward Waters and gifting Miles all kinds of things right now, because it's been really to the detriment of EWC right now. They're already down 4 scores.
Yeah, definitely. I think they are going to call that one.
So they call a delay of game. Normally that's as a result of maybe the defensive line calling signs or something like that.
Oh, okay.
So the 5-yard penalty makes it 2nd and 11 from around the 16-yard line. Branch in the gun, he'll take the snap. Delayed draw. Hand off to Hugie. Hugie with a bit of a hole. Hugie lost his footing as he crossed the 25-yard line. Maybe short of a first down by maybe a half yard. Makes it 3rd down and a half yard.
Good call by Coach Ruffin on that one.
43 seconds, 42 seconds, 41 seconds remaining here until halftime.
Let's see if they show a little sense of urgency, if they can pick up a first down after this.
Branch in the gun. They go 4 wide. Takes the snap. Hand off. Hugie stacked up at the line. Still on his feet. Spins his way to a first down at the 30-yard line. Nice job of 1-2 there by the true freshman.
Yeah, great second effort there. So we got 27 seconds, and now let's see what they try to do here, or whether they're just going to be content. I don't see much.
19 seconds, 18 seconds, 17 seconds. Looks like head coach for Greg Ruffin and the Tigers are going to be content just going to the locker room here. In the gun is Branch. They go 4 wide. They'll take the snap. Back to pass is Branch. Branch looking, Branch throwing over the middle. Pass complete. Matthew Wilkerson. Wilkerson makes a reception. He's hit and cut down at the 47-yard line. Clock stops with 0.4 of a second remaining until halftime.
Yeah, unfortunately.
And the clock is going to start on the snap, and that's it.
Yep.
That's the end of the first half. End of the first half from Jacksonville, and 1-2 forget for the Tigers of EWC. We'll go to break with the score reading. Miles 28, Edward Waters nothing. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll begin at the Kelly Tours halftime report right after this here on the Black College Sports Network and 1010XL.
This December 21st, the best in HBCU football will collide in Atlanta at the Celebration Bowl. MEAC versus SWAC. Champion versus champion. Only one team will rise above the rest and claim the coveted Celebration Bowl trophy. Come join the celebration at Mercedes-Benz Stadium this December. For more information, visit thecelebrationbowl.com.
It's like a loot machine. All around town, people trying to get down. It's like a loot machine.
From the press box to press row, the premier sports talk show placing major emphasis on HBCU sports. Host Donna Ware will take you on a journey each week through the world of HBCU sports and pro sports with such guests as...
Let's welcome Serena Williams.
And of course, Donna Ware's insights.
This will be one of the best matchups ever.
To listen to the show each week, visit us on the web at www.boxtorow.com. From the press box to press row, real sports talk.
The Creole seasoning is a sodium-free and sugar-free blend that's versatile enough to put on anything. One of the first blends I developed more than 8 years ago, the Creole seasoning has an unmistakable aroma, a bold flavor, and a little heat for character. Every time I open one of these bottles, I hear trumpets and big band music.
Wherever you've been, whatever you've been through, we have a warm welcome waiting for you at more than 325 hotels around the world. Book today at DoubleTree.com. DoubleTree by Hilton, where the little things mean everything.
Welcome into the Kelly Tours Halftime Report here on 1010XL 92.5 FM as well as the Black College Sports Network. A first half to forget for the Tigers of EWC as they are trailing by a large margin to the defending champions of the SIAC, the Golden Bears of Miles College, by a score of 28-0. Self-inflicted wounds, self-inflicted penalties have really hurt EWC. They've gifted Miles. Miles really hasn't had to do too much as far as working, maybe save for that first drive. But Edward Waters has been gifting them turnovers and all kinds of things that have really plagued EWC here in that first half.
Yeah, look, I don't need stats to know what's wrong right now. And it's just self-inflicted gunshot wounds right now. I mean, the penalties are coming at the bad and the worst opportune times. And, offensively, the running game. I thought, Josh, honestly, that there were moments when the offense was picking up some yards on offense. But then, like you said, there'd be a penalty or something that would happen that would cause that to sort of dissipate. And it's just self-inflicted wounds. That's all I can really say. That's the key right now, the key problem in the first half for EWC.
3 turnovers there in that first half for EWC.
That too.
Yeah, Miles dominating in time of possession. Miles dominating with total offensive yards. Miles has 267 yards to EWC's just 98 yards for an offense for EWC that had great success last week. But today you're going up against a team that's a motivated football team after a result of the issues that they had the past couple of weeks. And they're really taking it to EWC right now.
Yeah, well, look, when Miles is at their best, it's a balanced offense and offense in terms of rushing and passing. And that's what we're seeing right now. I mean, they're getting, 109 yards on 25 attempts, and they're passing. It's 158, so it's pretty much a balanced first half for Miles. And, they seem to have awakened from whatever was going on the previous couple of weeks. And, I hate to say it might be, and EWC's helping with that. So part of that may be the opponent, but also Miles, it just seems that they've come out and they found a way to get right.
Daniel Smith for Miles, 10 of 15 passing in that first half for 158 yards and a touchdown. EWC, on the other hand, Rashard Branch, 7 of 11 passing for 46 yards and an interception. Spencer Carter leading for EWC, rushing 5 carries for 26 yards. Deshaun Hughey, 5 carries for 17 yards. Justin Ruiz for Miles, 9 carries, 37 yards, 2 touchdowns. Dante Edwards, 5 carries, 24 yards, and a touchdown. And right now, we've got one running back that's averaging 4 yards a carry, another one averaging 4.8 yards a carry. They're getting it done on the ground. They're getting it done through the air. They're getting it done in just about every way possible, all the Golden Bears.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how you manage this second half. I mean, you're down 4 touchdowns. I'd have to think there's a part of Coach Ruffin that says you don't want this to get away and become some outrageous score. So I wouldn't be surprised if EWC comes back to the running game in the second half, just to kind of, one, keep the clock moving, but then also to sort of set yourselves up for some success a little later down the road.
We'll go ahead and we'll take another time out here on the Kelly Tours Halftime Report. When we come back, Donald Ware will have this week's edition of the Box to Row Blitz. At the break of the Kelly Tours Halftime Report, it is Miles 28 and Edward Waters nothing. We'll take a break, come back with the Box to Row Blitz right after this here on 1010XL and 92.5 FM as well as the Black College Sports Network.
First Coast High School, make some noise! It's now time for the next routine. Come on, jam with us! Jacksonville! We know you like line dances. Let's do it! This is Miles Purple Watching Machine. Thank you so much. Presenting the Triple Threat Marching Band.
Connected audiences with experiences. Major brands all across America have trusted Kever's voice time and time again. Conversational, powerhouse, intelligent, and sincere. That's the voice you need for your creative marketing process. KEAVERSVOICE.com. Kever's Voice, Kever's Voice, KeversVoice.com. Always on, all the time.
Majesty is a premium health and wellness tea line focused on bringing delicious yet healthy tea blends to the community. Filled with an abundance of vitamins and antioxidants, we work to blend teas with exotic spices and fruits to produce scrumptious and wholesome beverages. So check us out at mymajesties.com. That's MyMajesties.com. My Majesties, an Urban Passport member.
Are you hungry for authentic Caribbean food? Like jerk chicken, oxtail, red snapper, shrimp, tofu, and rasta pasta? Well, find your way over to Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, 180 Auburn Avenue, right next to Royal Peacock in downtown Atlanta.
Them belly full, but we hungry.
Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, open daily from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. And on Friday and Saturday, we're open till 4 a.m. Come to Mango's and put some spice in your life.
So we've got a good thing going.
Set to start the second half here.
180 Auburn Avenue, right next to
Edward Waters
Royal
trailing
Peacock.
Miles by a score of 28-0. Joshua Jackson, Brian Fulford here with you. Hopefully it's a better half here for EWC because they're just getting taken to them right now by the Golden Bears of Miles College. Miles is on the field stretching and, kind of not having a care in the world. EWC still in the locker room. The only Tiger on the field right now is place kicker Angel Sevier, so that means there must be a spirited speech in the Tiger locker room there from head coach Greg Ruffin.
Hey, somebody's having a come to Jesus speech right now. I mean, literally. I mean, it has to be happening. I mean, every when you have, trust me, I've been in situations like this as a coach, different sport, but when you have these kind of long half times like that, yeah, there's a lot of talk going on right now. And as coach said, you guys flinched in the first half. Now you got to come back out. You got to regain your pride in this second half. Doesn't care about the score. It's about pride right now. This is a pride half. And you want to see guys in this half cut down on the mistakes, and just pay better attention to the little details. That's what you have to do in this half, your EWC. Just the details. Little details matter.
Tigers still very much in this contest. I mean, we've seen the leads dissipate quickly over the course of all the years that we've been watching football together. And, we've seen big leads dissipate quickly, but it's got to start now. Edward Waters does get the ball to start the second half of play. So they're going to have any shot of making this a respectable game or even trying to come back in the contest. It's got to start right now.
Yeah, and the last couple of weeks for Miles, they've been in back and forth contests. They've been down, so they haven't played their best. So there's an opportunity here that maybe they get a little, as you say, get a little fat and happy, and with what they've done in the first half, and let you back in the game. But again, you have to be consistent. EWC on both sides of the ball, and even the special teams. We've seen some questionable special teams coverage that needs to be fixed. So in all three facets right now, the Tigers have to pay attention to details, do little things better than what they did in the first half.
Looking inside the numbers there in that first half again, Rashard Branch, 7 of 11 passing, 46 yards, no touchdowns, 1 interception. Braden Minor for Edward Waters, 1 for 3 passing, 20 yards, and an interception. For Miles, it's Daniel Smith, 10 of 15 passing, 158 yards, 1 touchdown. Lee John Cordier was 0 for 1 in that first half of play. They're getting it done on the ground. They got one back that's averaging 4.1 yards a carry, another averaging 4.8 yards a carry. Smith himself is averaging 12 yards a carry, and Wade Streeter, who we haven't seen much of, he's their leading rusher for coming into this afternoon's contest. He's averaging 4.5 yards a carry.
You know what's interesting about stats, Josh, and I'm looking at this now. We made a big deal about penalties and self-inflicted wounds. Well, look, Miles has committed 6 penalties for 60 yards. EWC 7 for 53. Right, but when those penalties have happened, makes the difference in this ball game. And so I would tend to say, of the 7 penalties EWC have made, at least 6 of them, by my count, have come at bad times. Versus, the 6 that Miles have made, maybe 1 has come at an inopportune time. Hard to get that on a piece of paper or a box score, and sometimes you always kind of look at box scores. I know we do a lot of that, and you kind of say, how is this game so close, or how did the game get away? And it's really hard to tell unless you really dig through the plays.
Brady Hamill on to put total leather here for the Golden Bears, kicking from right to left. Kennard Mahone back to field this one for Edward Waters. Set to start the second half here from Jacksonville. Here is the right to left kick from Hamill. High end over end. Boogie will take it from the 3. Across the 5, across the 10, across the 15. Looking for a hole to the 20, to the 25, to the 30-yard line. And he'll be tackled at around the 31. That's where the Tigers will go 1st and 10.
Already good start by the special teams coverage unit by holding their blocks. As we've seen on a couple of kickoff returns, that guys have just blown through and not giving any room to the returner. So already special teams doing their job. Now let's see what the offense and the offensive line in particular does with their first opportunity.
Rashard Branch and the Tigers onto the field. They have it 1st and 10. They'll spot the ball at the 32. Branch in the game. 1 back, actually 2 backs will be to either side of Branch. Malik Stevens and Deshaun Hugie.
Little different formation to what we've seen today.
3 receiver set. Branch will take the snap. Inside handoff, Malik Stevens. Stevens going over the left side. The former Miles Bear pushing the pile.
Keep the
Look
pile
at that pile going.
There you
That's
go.
a gain of 11. A whole lot of 1-2 from the Tigers on that play. It'll be a 1st down for EWC.
Great first play. Great job by the offensive line. Good push up front.
There's a discussion now.
Oh, they're not going to say forward progress was stopped, or are they going to give sideline warnings?
1st down for EWC, so no sideline warnings. 1st down. Ball will be moved to the 42-yard line.
Tiger, 1st down.
1st and 10 for the purple and orange at their own 42-yard line. Shotgun formation. Split backs to either side of Branch. 3 receiver set.
Wilkerson's out there by himself.
Isolated to this near side right. He'll take the snap. Looking near side, throwing near side. It is complete to Matthew Wilkerson. Branch had to sidearm that one, but Wilkerson makes the reception out to the Edward Waters 48-yard line. Gain of 5 there on the play. Going to be 2nd and 5 from the 48. Wilkerson again isolated near side to the right. Twin receivers far side to the left. Split backs to either side of Branch. Branch will take the snap. Inside keeper, it'd be an option play. Pitch near side, fumbled the snap. That was Malik Stevens. Stevens will have to eat it. He'll be hit and tackled back at the 44-yard line.
Well, he didn't lose, but maybe 2 or 3 yards. But still, you're losing yards going backwards. And that was a situation where I would have loved to see that ball maybe go to Hugie.
And in a game where you're down 4 scores, every yard counts. 3rd and 8 for Edward Waters from the 44. Shotgun formation. 3 receiver set. Back to pass is Branch. Branch looking, throwing far side passes, complete, stepping back inside, pushing the pile. It's going to be close. They will give him the first down. So first down for EWC at the 47-yard line. It looked like that was David Beeks with the reception. That'll move the chains for a Tiger first down.
Beeks did a great job of running to the first down marker. And he knew where it was, first off, so that give him some credit for that. And then he turned back in just to get himself turned around so he could fight for a few extra yards. Great job by the receiver.
First and 10 for the Tigers at the Miles 48-yard line. Shotgun formation, split backs to either side of Branch. Takes the snap. Inside handoff to Hugie. Coming over the right side. He'll be hit and stacked up at the line of scrimmage. And those white shirts, Miles Golden Bears, led by Jalen Thomas. And on the stop, no gain on the play. Second and 10 from the 48-yard line of Miles. This might be the first time that EWC has been in Miles territory. Or if so,
it's the second.
Yeah.
It's not the first,
yeah.
It's the second.
It's been a long time since they crossed that 50-yard line. Shotgun formation, 3 receiver set. Split backs to either side of Branch. Takes the snap. Back to pass. Looking left is Branch. Now he comes over to the right side now. Now he looks. He will tuck and he will run and he will go out of bounds. He will lose about 3 yards on the play out to around the Edward Waters 47-yard line.
Now what I found interesting on that as Branch is rolling to his right, I'm watching Hugie and Wilkerson sort of freeze, and really that's where I think you want those receivers to be going downfield and clear out some space. Instead, where they stood, their defenders came up to help on the tackle. Counterproductive on that. So if your quarterback's rolling, go downfield a little bit, find an open area, give them a little bit of space.
3rd and 14, Tigers with all kinds of substitution issues right now. Empty backfield now for Branch. He'll take the snap. Back to pass. Looking, sets with the screen over the middle. Pass complete. That is Quinlan. That's David Beeks. Actually, Beeks has got the first down. Beeks is going to get into further into Miles territory.
And seems to be a situation going on. Is Branch okay?
And with Beeks hopping off the field, favoring that right ankle, but he got forward. He'll have the first down in Golden Bear territory. They'll spot the football at the 37-yard line.
Okay, but Branch is going to be okay. I wasn't quite sure what happened there. That play took a while to develop, but give him some credit for finding his man on that play.
First and 10 for Edward Waters after the first and long. And a flag will get thrown. This looks going to go against the Miles band.
Oh, you got to be kidding me.
Looks like referee Rashad Lewis might have had enough.
But see, I don't understand that. If you're on offense and your band is playing, that's
unsportsmanlike conduct against the Miles band.
Well, that was
Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Miles marching band.
Our public address announcer, Andre Sullivan, a bit petty this evening. Hey, but you got to call it like you see it. I'm not mad at it at all. First and 10 after the penalty at the 22-yard line of the Golden Bears. Shotgun formation for Richard Branch. Deshaun Hugie to the backside, guard to the left.
The official left his flag out there on the field.
Yeah, you might want to go back and pick it up. Man, he's having a conversation now with head coach Reginald Ruffin.
I'm not going to lie, with the acoustics, I didn't know whose band that was, which was confusing to me.
And honestly, because our band was taking this time getting to the stands, I just wanted to make sure, hey, get in, don't get the flag, please.
That's why I started that by saying if you're on offense and your band is playing, how do you get them?
Right. And looks like the rain is beginning to come back here. But nevertheless, 1st and 10 for Edward Waters. After the penalty, they'll spot the football at around the 23-yard line. Shotgun formation. Huge to the backside, guard to the right this time. 4 receiver set. 8 on the play clock now, 7 and 6. Branch takes the snap, back to pass. Branch looking, Branch throwing over the middle. Pass is complete, quickly brought down over the middle as that pass was complete to Derek Davis, the sophomore wide receiver from Miami. The transfer from Johnson C. Smith gets a gain of 5, and the Tigers in the Wingstop red zone. Tigers in the Wingstop red zone. Wingstop where flavor gets its wings. 2nd and 5 at the 18-yard line. Shotgun formation. 4 wide. Wilkerson back in the game. He slot to the near side right. Deshaun Hughes to the backside, car to the left. 10 on the play clock now. 9 and 8, 7 and 6. 5 and 4. Puts Wilkerson in motion to the left side now. 3 takes the snap. Handoff. Hugie, right side, inside the 10, goes down inside the 10. They'll mark him down to the 9-yard line. Deshaun Hugie on the carry. That'll move the chains for an EWC first down.
And they've got to make a substitution on that offensive line as an offensive lineman's helmet came off.
Yep, Tyquan Cooper comes out. Spelling him will be Nick Parks over at left tackle. It'll be 1st and goal for EWC. They'll spot the football at the 8-yard line. 1st and goal for EWC.
Outstanding drive. Now, where is Wilkerson, and where can you isolate him in a possible jump ball
4
situation?
seconds, 3 seconds on the play clock, 2 seconds, 1 second. He'll take this low snap. Keeper for Branch will have to eat it. All kinds of miscommunication, and a flag will get thrown. It's going to be an illegal shift against EWC.
Yeah.
Just to add insult to injury on that play. Now, do you accept the penalty, keep it 1st down, or do you, because it was a loss on the play, do you decline to make it 2nd down?
If I'm Miles, I would probably decline it to make it 2nd down. That's what they do.
Yeah, legal shift the call against EWC. They actually will accept the penalty.
Okay.
So the penalty accepted. It'll cost the Tigers 5 yards. It'll be 1st and goal at the 13-yard line.
Which I don't think is a bad thing for EWC. I mean, look, you weren't ready, and so now you give yourself a little more yardage. You're still in the red zone.
Shotgun formation for Branch. 4 wide. Wilkerson slot to the left. Takes the snap. Back to pass. Looking, throwing, inside. Pass dropped.
Oh, man.
David Beeks had it, but dropped the football. Jarius Grayson will get credit for a pass breakup. It'll be incomplete. 2nd and goal now for EWC. From the 13-yard line of the Miles Golden Bears. Easily the best drive of the afternoon. Of the evening, I should say, for the team in all purple this evening.
So it's 2nd down, Josh. Honestly, I think 2 of these plays, how to find a way to find Wilkerson and see how can you get Wilkerson the ball. 6'6", hard to defend.
Shotgun formation for Branch. Huge to the backside, guard to the left. 4 receiver set. Puts receiver in motion, takes the snap. Inside handoff, hit and swallowed up in the backfield. Wow. Coming in like a kamikaze on that play was Natavius Floyd, the 5'11", 190-pound junior from Phoenix City, Alabama.
Okay, I'll say it once again and talk it into existence, Josh. Find a way to get the ball to Wilkerson. 3rd down, put him in the slot, send him over the middle.
3rd and goal for the Tigers from the 14-yard line. 15 on the play clock, and still confusion for EWC lining up. They finally get set with 8 seconds on the play clock now. 7 and 6, 5 and 4, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Takes a snap. Branch back to pass. Branch looking. Branch throwing over the middle. Tipped up in the air and incomplete. Nearly caught in the end zone by Derek Davis off of the deflection. There is a flag, however.
Well, usually at that spot, that might be roughing.
Roughing the passer is the call against Miles. That'll give EWC 4 more shots at it.
I'm not gonna lie. I was watching Wilkerson, and I thought he moved right before the snap, and I thought they were gonna call that, but he was covered up really by the sideline official. He probably couldn't see it. From up here, we could see it, but big break there for the Tigers.
First down.
It'll be 1st and goal for the purple and orange at the 7-yard line. 8:22 left to go, 3rd quarter. Tigers down 28-0, but looking for the first points of the contest here. Shotgun formation for Branch. He'll take the snap. Handoff to the back, coming over here to the left side. Gets inside the 5. That's Hugie. Hugie goes out of bounds at around the 3. Deshaun Hugie on the carry. Actually, they'll mark him at the 2-yard line to be second and goal from there.
Notice you're seeing everything going around the edges. Nothing between the tackles in that A or B gap right now.
7:54, 7:53 left to go here, third quarter. Tigers down 28-0. This is the opening drive of the second half for Edward Waters.
Good long drive for the Tigers. Take your time, get a score. No rush. I told you, this is about pride right now. Tiger pride.
Shotgun formation for Branch. Puts a receiver in motion. Takes the snap. Handoff. There is a flag, but he's going to be hit and brought down to the backfield. Another flag thrown.
Yeah, about that rushing in the A and B gap.
Was Floyd again in on the stop, but we'll hold everything and check these 2 flags. One thrown by the field judge, one thrown by the back judge.
I wonder if it's a false start. I mean, I'm purely guessing, but just looking at where and who threw it and the timing of when it was thrown.
Tripping against EWC.
Huh.
And offside against Miles. So those penalties will offset. Be second and goal for the Tigers from around the 3-yard line. 7:29 left to go, third quarter. Tigers down 28-0. Tiger offense desperately needing to capitalize right here to get off that goose egg. Shotgun formation. Huge to the backside, car left. Wilkerson on the line to the right side this time. Takes the snap. Looking. Throwing. Back of the end zone. Incomplete. Flags thrown. Two of them.
Yeah.
Pass interference to call.
Well, it looks like Wilkerson was the intended target, so there you go. They had to hold him just to keep him from jumping on that one. And everybody who had a yellow flag threw theirs.
Long discussion here, but this looked to be pretty obvious. They're taking way too long here. Make the call.
That was an empty. That was an empty your pockets play right
Absolutely.
there. Empty your yellow flags. Take them out.
Holding, it will be the call against the Golden Bears. So that will give EWC an automatic first down.
That's good enough for the automatic.
I'd go right back to that.
First and goal for the Tigers from around the 1.
There you go.
Along the line of scrimmage. It's going to be another free play.
Well, now that time
the
the contact.
Wave the play off because of contact at the line of scrimmage. Appears to be a offside against the Golden Bears, but we'll check the flag.
Well, yeah, they made contact with the offensive lineman. That's got to be.
Of course, both teams pointing at each other. Here is the call. This one will go against Miles. Offside. Move the ball inside the 1-yard line.
Well, at this point, go power formation.
Yep, here
pound
comes,
it back in there.
Here comes TJ Gunter in at running back for EWC. He's got a couple of rushing touchdowns on the season.
Yeah.
He's listed as one of the Tigers' starting linebackers, but he'll go in as they bring the beef in.
We don't see the fullback used very often, but it looks like we might see it right here on this play.
First and goal for the Tigers from the 1. Branch under center, full house backfield. That's Hugie down in the eye. Takes a snap. Turn, hand, Hugie left side, and he did not get in.
Did not get in there. I see number 30, Ozzie Williams, in there.
Williams on the carry, no gain. Oh, excuse me, that was Hugie on the carry. Williams on the stop, no gain on the play.
Got a player slow to get up there for Miles.
So he hops up under his own power. That was Mitchell Smiley, the leading tackler, coming into tonight's contest for the Golden Bears.
I see Hugie coming out, and
Gunter will be the running back of full house backfield for EWC. Under center goes Branch. Takes a snap. Turn. Hand. Gunter into the end zone. Touchdown Tigers. There is a flag, however.
And another flag.
A couple of flags on the play.
Activity after the play. the goal line stand that will never end.
And another flag thrown.
Getting a little chippy in there. It's getting a little chippy in there when you have this many plays inside of the 5.
So what you're saying is familiarity breeds contempt.
Hey.
It is 8 o'clock. Let's go ahead and quickly pause 10 seconds for station identification here on 1010XL. Still a long discussion here from this SIAC officiating crew. A lot to sort out. From here, it's a touchdown for EWC, but still having to sort all of this out.
Well, all it would take is one of those 3 penalties to be against EWC, and we're doing this again. So here we go. Let's see what happens.
We will come over to head coach Greg Ruffin.
Unless one of those flags is one of the extracurriculars after. I think they would keep the touchdown on the field.
They're pointing as if the penalty will be tacked on on the kickoff. Referee Rashad Lewis giving head coach Greg Ruffin all of his options. It is a touchdown for EWC. Touchdown for the Tigers.
All right.
Dead ball, personal foul. Targeting is a call against a Golden Bear, and an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty called against the Golden Bears. So a Golden Bear player will be ejected from the game. And, of course, we don't have a referee's mic, so I'm not sure who that is. But a touchdown for T.J. Gunter takes the goose egg off the board for EWC. Angel Sevier coming on for the extra point here for Edward Waters. Snap, spot, kick. It is up. It's on the way. It is good. 6:38 left to go here, third quarter. Miles 28, Edward Waters 7. Let's take a 30-second timeout as you're listening to Tiger Football on 1010XL and watching Tiger Football on the Black College Sports Network.
Q Time is a classic Atlanta soul food restaurant located in the historic West End. Q Time Soul Food is a family business started by Fred and Christine Crenshaw. Come on in, relax, and sink your chops into our tantalizing, mouth-watering, distinctive soul food with a twist, the Q Time way. 1120 Ralph David Abernathy Boulevard, or call your order in at 404-758-2881. Do you miss your mama's cooking? Then come on down to Q Time, an Urban Passport member.
Back here in Jacksonville. Edward Waters on the board as T.J. Gunter gets into the end zone for the 1-yard rushing touchdown. As a kid who grew up in the 80s and 90s, you know that the PBS show Lamb Chops Play Along, they have that song, the song that doesn't end at the end of every show.
Yes.
That was the drive that did not end.
Yes.
As T.J. Gunter finally punched it in. About an 8-minute drive there for Edward Waters. And after the penalties, EWC will be kicking. How about this?
This is unreal.
They'll be kicking from the Miles 35-yard line.
Well, at this point, wouldn't you go onside kick, or I don't know? Can you drop kick and score? I don't know what the options are, to be honest with you. But I would think you go onside kick right here.
Special teams coordinator Chris Brown is.
Don't kick it in the end zone. That's all I got to say. Just
right.
I mean, that would be a waste.
Going over all his options. Looks like EWC is going to try to go for the onside kick here.
Might as well.
Here is the kick. It's going to be a square kick. It's going to be taken and downed at the 21-yard line. So no harm, no foul as Antonio Lee falls on it for the Golden Bears, and Miles will take over 1st and 10 from their own 22-yard line. Goose egg avoided for EWC. 1-yard rushing touchdown for Tristan T.J. Gunter, the freshman linebacker and running back from Detroit, Michigan. And the Tigers on the board with 6:36 left to go here in the third quarter, 28-7 against the Golden Bears of Miles College. Joshua Jackson, Brian Fulford here with you.
Given the circumstances, Josh, that might be one of the best drives of the season for the offense, given the circumstances.
Daniel Smith in the pistol, puts a receiver in motion, takes the snap, fakes the handoff, play action, looking, still looking. He's going to tuck and run over on the far side now. Will now throw deep for a man. It is incomplete.
Broken up. Nice job.
Great job of coverage there by Dante LaCorn, the senior from Ocala.
I'm a little surprised that Daniel Smith decided to throw that as he was rolling to his right, which is for a left-handed quarterback, not the natural motion. He probably could have taken off and picked up 10 to 15 yards because every receiver, his receivers were all running downfield and the DB's backs were turned.
2nd and 10 for Miles from their own 22, 23-yard line. Shotgun formation for Smith. 3 receiver set. 1 backside car to his right. Takes the snap. Stretch play. Handoff to the back. Coming over here to the near side left. Steps back inside. Flag will get thrown for a hold. As on the carry was Justin Ruiz. Derek Nicholson in on the stop. There is the flag. More than likely a hold against the Golden Bears. And it will back Miles up 10 yards.
And send him back. Push him back. Push him back.
Way back.
And see, I think that's sort of one of the advantages of a long drive like what you just had. Their offense has been sitting on the sideline. They haven't been warming up. They haven't been throwing the ball around or doing anything, and now they have to come on after sitting on the sideline for 8 minutes.
2nd and long for the Golden Bears. Ball will be spotted at around the 16-yard line of Miles, moving from right to left and leading 28-7. Shotgun formation. 3 receiver set. 2 left single front side to right, 1 backside guard to the right. He'll take the snap. Smith back to pass. Looking, flush. Smith will be hit, and Smith's going down. Smith hit and sacked. Taryn Quarles in on the sack for EWC. Backed up to the 10-yard line. Quarles, the transfer from Johnson C. Smith from Augusta, Georgia, in on the stop there for
big defensive
EWC.
play.
Yep.
Big defensive play right here. Everybody rooting for EWC should be on their feet right now.
3rd and long from the 9. Golden Bears need to get to the 33 for a first down. Smith in the gun, 8 on the play clock. Actually line up in the pistol. 3 receiver set. Takes the snap, stretch play, handoff to the back, turning the corner on the right side. Tigers had them strung out. They're going to bring him down. Lost the football, and the Tigers are going to pick it up. Tigers have got the ball.
Wow, okay.
Tigers have got the ball. Let's see who picked that one up for EWC.
First down, Tigers.
That's going to be Darian Hall. Darian Hall with the fumble recovery for Edward Waters. The transfer from Bethune-Cookman played his high school ball at Terry Parker here in Jacksonville. And the Tigers have it 1st and goal from the Golden Bear 9.
Josh, I didn't want to jinx it and say, you notice that first offensive drive, no penalties. First defensive possession, no penalties. Little things matter. That's what we're talking about. Coming into the start of this, little things matter. And now look at you with an opportunity to get another 6 points on the board and just get a little bit closer to where you need to be.
1st and goal for Edward Waters. Tigers in the Wingstop red zone. Wingstop where Flavor gets its wings. 1st and goal. They'll spot it at the 8-yard line. Branch in the gun. He'll take the snap. Handoff. Hugie coming over the right side now. Hugie 5 2 1. Touchdown Tigers. Flags on the play. This one's coming back.
Good gosh.
This one's coming back.
That was an empty your pocket play right there. Everybody saw the same hold on that one. Goodness gracious.
A potential touchdown taken off of the board, more than likely, as just about every official over here on this near side right emptied their flag.
So I guess we see how Hugie got around the corner.
Holding on the Tigers.
So it'll cost them 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Wipe off the touchdown. It'll be 1st and goal for EWC. The Tigers will scrimmage now from the Miles 17-yard line or 18-yard line.
So it looks like on that last play, the hold may have come from the receiver who wasn't even in the play. He was in the end zone blocking. I don't know. Unbelievable.
1st and goal from the 18-yard line after the penalty. Rashard Branch in the gun. Deshaun Hugie, the backside car to his right. Single receivers to either side of the formation. Matthew Wilkerson isolated near side to the right. Takes the snap. Back to pass. Branch looking, throwing near side for Wilkerson.
Yep.
Flags thrown, pass interference. Everyone empties their flag again. Everyone empties their pockets. They cannot cover Matthew Wilkerson.
I thought someone was going to get mossed on that one, and Miles did a good job of saying, nope, we're not letting.
Now, I know 1010XL it has some connections, had some connections with ESPN prior to their switch over, but could that be a you got moss play potential?
It would have been. It would have been. I didn't want to jinx it, so I wasn't going to say it. I was trying not to hit you while you were calling the play, but I was like, look at Wilkerson. Look at Wilson.
So after the penalty, it will be 1st and goal for Edward Waters. A foul occurred in the end zone, so we'll see where they mark the football. Typically, it'll be at around the 1, but we'll check the flag.
The original spot was where? Inside the 15?
18.
Okay, wouldn't it be half the distance then?
So it looks like they'll mark it. They will mark it half the distance. So they will mark it.
No. They'll put it at the 3, because if you said it was at the 18, then that's a 15-yarder. That puts it right there at the.
Puts it at the 3.
Wow. Big
1st and goal from the 3.
So again, we talk about those little things. EWC killing themselves with penalties in the first half. Look, Miles making the mistakes in this half, in the start of this half.
1st and goal for the purple and orange at the 3. Shotgun formation. Huge to the backside, guard to the left. Single receivers to either side of the formation. Takes a snap. Handoff. Huge stuffed at the line. Big guy Jalen Thomas, the 6', 250-pound redshirt junior from Sylacauga, Alabama, in on the stop. Maybe a gain of a half yard on the play, if that.
Man, he came off the edge so fast. My goodness.
Tigers trying to capitalize on a fumble recovery from Darian Hall. They try to make this a 2-score contest. Shotgun formation for Branch. UG the backside, Carl left. Single receivers to either side of the formation. Orange helmets are down. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff, throws inside. Touchdown, Tigers! Tiberius Horn into the end zone for a Tiger touchdown.
Beautiful slant route there by Horn. I couldn't tell whether he was able to hang on to it, but a great throw and a great catch.
Tiberius Horn puts the Tigers on the board. Once again, they capitalize on the fumble recovery, and it's a 2-score contest pending this extra point. Horn, the sophomore from Miami Northwestern High School, putting the Tigers back on the board. Snaps by, kick up on the way. Angel Sevier's extra point is good. 4:27 left to go, 3rd quarter. We got a ball game, ladies and gentlemen. Miles 28, Edward Waters 14. Let's take timeout, 30-second timeout here on the Black College Sports Network and 1010XL.
Tiger fans, do know you look at your EWC's women's and men's basketball team during Tiger Magic. On Monday, October 21st at 7 p.m. at the
Horn, number 14.
Music Complex.
Right here, 14.
Two-yard touchdown for Tiberius Horn, puts the Tigers into the end zone again. 4:27 to go here, 3rd quarter. Miles 28, Edward Waters 14. Angel Sevier on to kick here for the Golden Bears. Here is the kick. It is high, end over end. It'll be taken from the 1-yard line. He'll bring it out. Across the 5, across the 10, across the 15. Going over to the far side to the 20. Tigers have that one hemmed in. They're going to bring him down. Nice open field tackle there for EWC. Out to around the 19-yard line. Demetrius Bass, I believe, in on the stop there for EWC. We'll spot the ball at the 19-yard line. That's where the Golden Bears will go 1st and 10. Well, Brian, we talked about it. Could this be the makings of a potential comeback here? If the Tigers are able to get a stop right here, this could really send the crowd into a frenzy.
Look, they focused in on just doing their job, doing little things without making mistakes, and playing with some pride, and all of a sudden you cut a 4-touchdown deficit to 2.
1st and 10 for the Golden Bears from the 19-yard line. Puts a receiver in motion. Takes the snap. Handoff to the back. Coming over here to the near side. Tigers have that one hemmed in. They're going to bring him down. TJ Gunter making first contact, as well as Big Zuriel Davis. Gain of maybe a yard on the play as Ruiz is on the carry there for the Golden Bears.
And it's going to be a battle of the bands at this point. Whose band's going to play louder? Whose band's going to play neck louder? That's what we've got going right now.
2nd and 8 from the 21-yard line. Shotgun formation, 4 wide for Smith. 1 backside car to his left. Smith will take the snap. Looking right, throwing right. Far side pass is complete. Broke a tackle, but can't break another one. Got back to the 24-yard line. As that was Leonard Tyree on the carry, on the reception, I should say. Big 3rd down and 5 here for the EWC defense.
Defensive back did a good job of holding on as long as he could. Give some credit to his teammates for getting there, although they definitely need to get they need to get there faster.
Tiger defense.
3rd and 5 from the 24. Shotgun for a pistol formation set. 3 receivers to the near side left, single receiver to the far side right now. They shift to the traditional shotgun formation. Smith takes the snap, back to pass. Smith throwing far side, pass is complete. Across the 30 to the 32-yard line. It's a 1st down for the Golden Bears. Good night, Joshua.
Just say
out to the 32-yard line.
And you know,
Leonard Tyree with the reception.
The DBs are giving 5 yards. So I mean, that part I don't understand there on the 3rd and what was that? 3rd and 5. You're giving the receivers you're 5 to 6 yards off the line.
Why can't they just simply be Bears? Do they have to put a particular color to it?
They want to be golden.
I guess. 1st and 10. Run the 32. Smith takes a snap. Looking, screen, near side, pass complete. Flags are going to be thrown, but a nice open field tackle there by, looked like that was Darian Hall on the stop for EWC. I checked that was Dante LaCour. There is a flag, more than likely a hold against the Golden Bears. Is it a hold or is it a face mask? Either way, this one's going against Miles.
Another penalty against Miles.
Personal foul, tripping against the Golden Bears.
Wow.
I know those Miles fans watching back in Fairfield, Alabama are like, that broadcaster cannot get our nickname right. Simply be Bears. That's all I ask. Just take the color out of it. Can't we all just get along? After the penalty, the ball will be backed up to the Miles 17, 18-yard line. Pistol formation. Now they'll switch to the traditional shotgun. Takes the snap. Handoff. Ruiz turning the corner on the far side right. Tigers have no him. Then pushing him out of bounds is Cameron McLean. McLean will push him out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at around the 26-yard line to make it 2nd down and about 16. 2:18 left to go here, 3rd quarter. Tigers down by 2 scores at 28-14. Shotgun formation for Smith. 4 receiver set, 3 left, single to the far side right. 1 backside car to his right. Smith will take the snap. Back to pass. Looking left, looking. He will throw. Near side pass is complete. Going out of bounds across the 30 out to the 32-yard line. Colby Wilcox on the stop. That was Cohen Hudson on the reception. Make it 3rd down and 11 for the Golden Bears.
That was a big play there on 2nd down because anything that you don't want to give up another 8-9 yards and then make it a 3rd down and manageable.
3rd and 11. Ball at the 32. Smith in the pistol. 3 receiver set. 2 right, single near side left. Smith now will stop with 8 on the play clock now. 7 and 6, 5 and 4. Now they switch to the traditional shotgun. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Takes a snap. Smith back to pass. Looking, throwing near side pass. Is dropped! Dropped by Antonio Lee. He was wide open, which would have been an easy 1st down, and the Golden Bears will have to punt it away.
Hey, great play. I was looking at where he caught that. It would have been real close if he was right at the line. So if he would have caught it, that defensive back had a chance to possibly keep him out of there from picking up that first. But regardless, he dropped it, and so now the Tigers get a chance.
Punting unit comes on here. Kennard Boogie Mahone came close a couple of times last week to breaking one. If there was ever a time for the redshirt senior from Jacksonville and Andrew Jackson to take one to the house, this is it right here.
I need the special teams unit to stay awake here. Watch forward. Don't get fooled on any kind of fake here.
And flag will get thrown for delay of game. Delay of game, the call against the Golden Bears.
Well, there goes that.
Cost them 5. Cost the Golden Bears 5 yards. And they will spot the football at the Miles 26. Here is the snap. Here is the punt. High, spiraling punt. Boogie will take it from the 34. Across the 35, near side to the 40. 45 back inside to the 50. 45 to the 40. Going over to the far side. Lost the football! And who's got it? Flags are thrown late. Miles has recovered it.
Yeah, but there's a penalty, and a player, and a Edward Waters player with his
Derek
helmet
Nicholson
off.
does not have his helmet on.
And
so
that happened during the run, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. That was a nice run back by, man.
long discussion here. Big point of the ball game here.
I'll tell you, these official conferences, man, they are getting longer and longer. Start putting them on a stopwatch here.
Apparently they don't work on the clock. When I got a moment, let me say hello to Justin Slaughter, former EWC captain, offensive lineman, class of 2019, graduate of Edward Waters College, watching down in Orlando, former EWC offensive lineman. Slaughterhouse, I want to say hello to you. I also want to say hello to Miss Jessica Beasley, listening here in Jacksonville on 1010XL 92.5 FM. Also, before I get written out of the will, let me say hello to my mom and dad listening here in town. Hello, Mom and Dad. I love you very much. The Miles offense is on the field, but there is still a long discussion from this SIAC officiating crew. Now the EWC offense will converge around head coach Greg Ruffin. See if we can sort this one out here.
Well, you folks watching us online didn't miss anything while that little technical
Here it
glitch.
is. Personal foul against Miles. So the Tigers will keep the ball.
All right.
Tigers will keep the ball. Edward Waters will scrimmage 1st and 10 from the Golden Bear 26-yard line. With 1:14 left to go in the third quarter, Tigers down 28-14. EWC, if you're just joining us, was down 28-0 at half.
And these third quarter penalties are starting to pile up on Miles. And I'm sure Coach Reginald Ruffin cannot be happy with seeing from his team coming out of the halftime.
Edward Waters will scrimmage 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line, but after the SSIAC officiating crew has a powwow with head coach Reginald Ruffin, and Coach Reginald Ruffin is giving our referee Rashad Lewis every piece of what they call the business.
Well, some folks might say he's standing up for his guys.
And now this EWC home crowd is booing, and now Coach Ruffin is going after Rashad Lewis and having to be pulled back by his coaches.
You know, at some point.
Tiger ball, 1st and 10 from the 26 of Miles College. Branch in the gun. 3 receiver set. 2 right, single to the near side left. Split back side to side of Branch. Bears rushing 4. Takes the snap. Branch back to pass. Branch looking. Branch throwing. Down the seam. It is incomplete. Looking for David Beeks down the seam. Falls incomplete. 2nd down and 10 now for the Tigers of EWC.
So my thought was going to be, Josh, at some point the officials are going to throw a sideline warning on Coach Ruffin. Just don't know when.
On Miles' Coach Ruffin,
yes,
not EWC's Coach Ruffin. Our Coach Ruffin is displaying great amounts of restraint. 2nd and 10 now for Edward Waters from the Golden Bear 26-yard line. 12 on the play clock now. Shotgun formation for Branch. 8 seconds, 7 seconds, and 6 seconds. 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds. 2. Takes the snap. Handoff. That is Malik Stevens. Stevens coming to the near side. Breaks a tackle. Stevens goes inside the 20. He'll go down to the 19-yard line. Started that play to the left. Brought it back to the right. And he'll actually get a gain of about 7 yards there on 2nd down.
Yeah, he slipped out of the hands or the arms of the Miles defender there who had him when he started his cutback to the right.
3rd down and 3 now for Edward Waters. From the Miles 19, Tigers back in the Wingstop red zone. Shotgun formation, and there's movement to a lot of free play for EWC.
Oh,
they blew the whistles.
Yeah.
Now, who is this going to go against? Is this a false start or is it an offside?
I think they're going to call a false start, but
false start against EWC. Cost them 5 yards. Clock stops with 34.1 seconds remaining here in the 3rd. Now, in the event that you don't get this 3rd down here, Brian, do you just settle to try to kick the field goal, or do you try to go for it on 4th down? You still got an entire 4th quarter to play. Any sort of points right now will definitely help out the cause.
I was thinking that, and I was thinking you go that route, but that was prior to that penalty. I was going to say don't find yourselves outside of the red zone. I mean, you're inside the red zone. Don't go backwards, was my thought. And they go backwards, of course, thanks to the false start.
And now head coach Greg Ruffin and the Tigers of EWC will call a timeout. We'll go ahead and do the same. 34.1 seconds remaining, 3rd quarter. Miles 28, Edward Waters 14. We'll take a break, a 30-second timeout here on 1010XL and the Black College Sports Network.
This December 21st, the best in HBCU football will collide in Atlanta at the Celebration Bowl. MEAC versus SWAC. Champion versus champion. Only one team will rise above the rest and claim the coveted Celebration Bowl trophy. Come join the celebration at Mercedes-Benz Stadium this December. For more information, visit thecelebrationbowl.com.
Here we go, 3rd down and 3rd and 7 for EWC. Actually, we'll call it 8. Ball will be backed up to the 24-yard line after the penalty. 34.1 seconds remaining, 3rd quarter. Miles 28, Edward Waters 14. If you're just joining us, Edward Waters was down 28-0 at halftime. The EWC has mounted a furious comeback here in this 3rd quarter. A big 3rd down and 8 for EWC. As head coach Greg Ruffin, wide receivers coach Chris Brown, and offensive line coach Javari Kelly all huddled around the EWC offense. Here we go.
Looking for the right play right here.
3rd and 8. Shotgun formation for Branch. Matthew Wilkerson will be slot to this near side right. 4 receivers set. Malik Stevens is the backside card to the left. As we have a stop and play. The far back judge blows play dead. And what do we've got? They're pointing at the play clock.
Yeah, I was watching that when they came out of the huddle.
Set the game clock to 34 seconds. So the game clock needing to be set to 34 seconds. So here we go. Clock set to 34. We're set to go. Shotgun formation for Branch. 4 receivers set. 3 right, single, far side left. Stevens to backside, car left, takes the snap. Branch back to pass. Branch looking. Branch throwing. Over the middle. Pass complete. Matthew Wilkerson dragging defenders inside the 5-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 5. Matthew Wilkerson, the big 6'6" tight end, puts the Tigers in business. 1st and goal at the 5.
As Coach Greg Ruffin said, that is a man. That's a man out there.
That is a grown man.
Grown man.
There are whistles. There's going to be an injured bear on the field.
Yeah, at the end of that play, I saw a Miles player go diving over the pile. I'm not sure what he was thinking by doing that.
Clock stops with 25 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Edward Waters trailing Miles 28-14. After we take a look at the injured Bear, we can't get the number as of yet, but when we're set to go, it'll be first and goal for EWC from the Miles College 5-yard line.
There are several ways to support Edward Waters College. Get involved, advocate, participate, and donate.
And EWC wrapping up their two-game homestand, I should say. This evening, they will hit the road next week to Frankfort, Kentucky, the capital of the Commonwealth of Kentucky, to take on the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State University. Kickoff at 1 o'clock p.m. We'll have the broadcast on the EWC Sports Network. Log on to our Facebook page at facebook.com/EWC Sports, as well as our website at EWCTigerPride.com for more information on how you can access next week's broadcast.
Yeah, it is a heck of a second half of the schedule for EWC. So I mean, this is a good game right now to keep that momentum going.
First and goal from the 5. Pistol formation. Malik Stevens right behind quarterback Rashard Branch takes the snap. Miscommunication and hit in the backfield.
Yeah, that time I think you were supposed to get a ball up. Definitely didn't want to hold on to that one.
And that will be the final play of the third quarter. 4 fingers in the air if you are a supporter of the purple and orange. We go to the fourth from the Shipyard. Our score reads Miles 28, Miles 14. We'll take a break. 1 minute timeout. Begin the fourth quarter after this as you're watching Tiger Football on the Black College Sports Network and listen to Tiger Football on 1010XL.
It's like a loot machine. All around town, trying to get down. It's like a loot machine.
From the press box to press row, the premier sports talk show placing major emphasis on HBCU sports. Host Donald Ware will take you on a journey each week through the world of HBCU sports and pro sports with such guests as...
Let's welcome Serena Williams.
And of course, Donald Ware's insights.
This will be one of the best matchups ever.
To listen to the show each week, visit us on the web at www.boxtorow.com. From the press box to press row, real sports talk.
The Creole.
Here we go. We begin the fourth. Score reads Miles 28, Edward Waters 14. Joshua Jackson, Brian Fulford here with you from the Shipyard at First Coast High School here in Jacksonville. Again, if you're just joining us, Tigers were down 28-0 at the half, but have exploded in the third quarter. A big second and goal for EWC from the 9-yard line. Brian, you see something. What are you seeing?
11 third quarter penalties by Miles. That's what I see.
172 yards of penalties against the Golden Bears.
Wow.
Second down and goal from the 9. Pistol formation. 3 receivers set. Lost the football. Still rolling around. Miles picks it up.
Fall on the ball, son. Branch was trying to pick it up instead of just falling on the ball. I don't know what he thought, but honestly, instead of just falling on it, he's trying to pick it up. And the Miles defender dove on it. You got to fall on the ball. Oh, man. That's a tough break.
Austin Stevens with the fumble recovery for Miles. That is the 4th turnover of the evening for Edward Waters. And the Golden Bears take over 1st and 10 from the 16-yard line. Tiger defense called on once again.
Well, hopefully the defense doesn't let the magic of the third quarter disappear.
Pistol formation, Daniel Smith in the game at quarterback. He'll line up in the pistol. 3 receiver set, 2 left single over here to the near side right. He'll take the snap, stretch play, handoff to the back. Tigers have them hemmed in. They're going to bring him down after a gain of maybe a yard on the play. Edwards on the carry. Give credit to Taryn Quarles on the stop for EWC, as well as Quintorio Powell. Ball moved up to the Miles 18-yard line. He's second down and 8 from there. They'll stay in the pistol. 3 receiver set. Takes the snap. Back to pass. It's Smith looking, throwing near side pass. Is complete. Breaks the tackle. Flag is thrown. And going out of bounds over here on this near side is Leonard Tyree. There is a flag in the backfield. This is more likely going to be a personal foul against EWC for roughing the passer.
Yep. That's exactly what it's going to be.
So roughing the passer, the call against EWC. And right now the Tigers cannot afford too many more self-inflicted wounds.
It's amazing how that thing called momentum works, Josh. In one quarter change, everything seems to have just flipped.
After the penalty, the Golden Bears will scrimmage from the Miles 49-yard line. 14-16 left to go fourth quarter. Miles 28, Edward Waters 14. Tigers desperately needing to get their hands on this football. Shotgun formation. One backside, car right. They go 4 wide. Trips to the far side, left single, near side to the right. Puts a receiver in motion. Now he'll take the snap. Handoff to the back. Tigers have them strung up, but goes further into Tiger territory. And he'll go down in Tiger territory at around the 35-yard line. It's a first down for the Golden Bears, and it will spot at the 35. That's Edwards on the carry.
Yeah, that was about a good 15-yard run by Edwards on that.
So first and 10 for the Miles Golden Bears at the 35-yard line. They'll stay in the pistol. Edwards right behind Smith. 3 receivers set. Smith will take the snap. Comes over to the right side now. Hands off to the back. That's Edwards. Edwards gets close to the 30-yard line. Gain of 4 there on the play.
Yeah, somebody in a purple jersey needs to do something to just bring some life back into this stadium and to the sidelines. Make a play.
2nd and 6 from the 31. Pistol formation. 3 receiver set. Snap. Handoff. Edwards. Left side. First down. Tackled at the 25. Actually, check that. He'll be short of the first down. Actually going to mark him at the 26-yard line. He'll be short of the first down by a yard. Almost 2.
Make some noise for this Tiger defense.
3rd down and a yard.
Be nice to see if the Tigers can get a stop right here. They need something.
They'll stay in the pistol. Edwards right behind Smith. 4 receiver set. Takes the snap. Turn. Hand to the back. Turn the corner. Left side. First down and more. Still on his feet. 10-5. Goes out of bounds inside the 5-yard line.
Wow, he didn't go out of bounds over there. That's unbelievable. And got a player out slow to get up over there on the sidelines. Rolling around in some obvious pain.
He talked about momentum, Brian. EWC had it 1st and goal from around the 9-yard line. A penalty backs it up, or a miscommunication on a play backs it up. We begin the fourth quarter. First play of the fourth quarter. And they turn the ball over.
Yeah, I tell you, man, it is something. It's hard to put into words, but I mean, it is real. When you hear people talk about momentum and just the momentum swings of a game, I mean, we just witnessed it. We just witnessed a great third quarter, and then all of a sudden, just on the end of the quarter, the flip of ends, and then one play, and everything changed.
Tiger fans, tickets are available for our final 2 home games of the 2019 season on November the 1st at 7 o'clock p.m. against Tuskegee and November the 9th, Senior Day, at 3 o'clock p.m. against Savannah State. Log on to ewc.edu/tickets. Again, ewc.edu/tickets. Get your tickets for our final 2 contests of the season. Also, Tiger Madness, our EWC men's and women's basketball teams will have their debuts with Tiger Madness at 7 o'clock p.m. this coming Monday, October 21st, at the Adams Jenkins Community Sports and Music Complex. Come out and see head coach Charmaine Wilson's women's basketball team in her 9th season at the helm of the program, and head coach Fred Summers in the 2nd season the EWC men's basketball team. So definitely come on out, see Tiger Madness. Dunk contest, and from what I'm being told, one lucky fan will have the opportunity to win $1,000.
Whoa!
At Tiger Madness on Monday. So definitely come on out.
No special appearances by Snoop Dogg, right?
No
Okay,
special appearances by Snoop Dogg. No money guns or anything like that.
Good to hear.
We try to do things the right way on Kings Road.
Amen to that.
No offense to what's going on in Lawrence, Kansas. Bill Self, you're still my man. First and goal for the come on, Joshua, you can get it right. Golden Bears. Golden Bears. First and goal from around the 5. As Kobe Wilcox is being assisted off of the sideline for EWC, and he's had a whale of a season. The sophomore defensive back from Baldwin, Florida. Baldwin High. So here we go. Can the Tiger defense bow their backs here and get a stop? Can they get their hands on this football? First and goal from the 5. Pistol formation, 3 receiver set. Puts a receiver in motion now. He'll take the snap, stretch, fakes the handoff, rolling over here to the near side right, looking. He will throw it out of the back of the end zone. Great coverage there by EWC.
Yeah, whenever you're rolling a left-handed quarterback to his right, I'm surprised he didn't run that ball, to be honest with you, or at least a receiver go sit right there at the goal line.
Second and goal now for the Golden Bears from the 4-yard line. Pistol formation, Edwards right behind Smith. 3 receiver set, 2 right, single far side to the left. Puts a tight end in motion now. We'll take the snap, stretch play, handoff to the back, going over the left side. He will be tackled. There is a flag thrown. Edwards on the carry, gets down to around the 2-yard line. There is a flag, likely a hold against Miles.
Yeah, I think
personal foul, chop block here against the Golden Bears.
There we go.
That helps. And Matthew Wilkerson comes out with the football. Matt, the play is over, my friend. See if you can get your hands on this one.
That's a significant penalty. At least 10.
It'll be a 15-yard penalty, should be.
That offensive lineman for Miles is sort of in disbelief at the call that was made.
Matthew Wilkerson comes out at one defensive end. In comes Taryn Quarles, who also has had a great game this evening. Ball will be spotted at the 19-yard line. It'll be second and goal from there. As they wind the clock, Daniel Smith at the controls of this Miles Golden Bear offense. 3 receiver set. Twins near side right. Single far side left, tight end wing to the right. Edwards right behind Smith. Tigers rushing 4. Takes the snap. Stretch, fakes the handoff. Rolls over to the right side now. Looks. Will tuck and will run. Smith will be hidden, ushered out of bounds. There is a flag, however.
Well, they threw it at the offensive line. I think they may have another penalty against the offensive line.
And one thing that's going to drive Coach Reginald Ruffin crazy, they could possibly be creeping close to 200 yards in penalties this evening.
I thought you were going to say 20, but yeah. I don't know what the single game record is this season in the SIAC for penalties, but Miles has to be
or in college football, period.
Well, yeah, that too. They're pretty close, I would imagine.
Long discussion here. The call from Rashad Lewis is an illegal block in the back against Edward Waters.
Wow.
It's an illegal block in the back against EWC, and head coach Greg Ruffin is asking for an explanation. Don't think I've heard of a block in the back against a defender. It'll be second and goal. The ball will be moved back to the 7-yard line. Smith in the gun. Edwards his backside car to the right. 3 receiver set. He'll take the snap. Smith back to pass. Smith looking, Smith throwing. Near side it is. Caught, but out of the back of the end zone. Boogie Mahone on the coverage for EWC. A big 3rd down and goal here for the Golden Bears and for EWC's defense.
Tiger defense.
Pass was intended for Cohen Hudson. Big 3rd down and goal here for the Golden Bears. Ball spotted at around the 8-yard line. 11:26 left to go, 4th quarter. Tigers down 2 scores. Pistol formation. Edwards right behind Smith. Single receivers to either side. Will take the snap. Hand off. This is Edwards. Keeper for Smith. Smith far side. Smith will dive. Get in the end zone. Touchdown. Daniel Smith into the end zone. Touchdown for the Golden Bears, and they extend their lead. They capitalize on the EWC fumble. 34-14 pending the extra point.
And that's what offensive player of the year candidates do. In the clutch, they take over games, put it on their shoulders, and get the job done.
Brady Hamill on for the extra point here for the Golden Bears. Snap placement. The kick, it is up. It's on the way. And it is good. 1:20 left to go, 4th quarter. Miles 35, Edward Waters 14. Let's take a 30-second timeout here on the Black College Sports Network and 1010XL.
Seasoning is a sodium-free and sugar-free blend that's versatile enough to put on anything. One of the first blends I developed more than 8 years ago, the Creole seasoning has an unmistakable aroma, a bold flavor, and a little heat for character. Every time I open one of these bottles, I hear trumpets and big band music.
Touchdown for the Golden Bears. They extend their lead to 35-14, capitalizing on an EWC fumble. And the Golden Bears getting set to kick off here to EWC. It's not impossible, Brian, but they've got to get into this end zone quickly.
Well, yeah, look, I just want to see the pride that you saw in the 3rd quarter come back. And so the offense, you know, it's still plenty of time. Everybody do their job.
Ball tails for the far side. Boogie will take it from the 10. Coming over to the near side. Gets across the 15. Found to be into team to the 20. The 25 out to the 30-yard line. He lost the football again. Falling on it will be.
Dive on the ball.
It looks like Miles might have recovered that one.
And there might be.
And Mahone is down.
Yeah, he's out.
Both players pointing either way. Who's got the football?
Well, while they're figuring out who has the ball,
yeah, Boogie
our
Mahone
attention
is down.
turns to Mahomes there.
Miles has got it. Miles recovers the fumble. That's Antonio Evans coming out of the pile with the fumble recovery. As we have a stoppage in play and a timeout on the field. So timeout on the field, we'll go ahead and do the same. 1:06 left to go, 4th quarter. Miles 35, Edward Waters 14. Let's take a break here on the Black College Sports Network and 1010XL.
Wherever you've been, whatever you've been through, we have a warm welcome waiting for you at more than 325 hotels around the world. Book today at DoubleTree.com. DoubleTree by Hilton, where the little things mean everything.
The human voice is always
Boogie Mahone hops off the field under his own power, walks off, nowhere for the wear, but he did cough up the football. And Miles has it now 1st and 10 at the Edward Waters 35-yard line, leading 35-14 with 11:06 left to go here in the 4th quarter. Joshua Jackson, Brian Fulford here with you And as well as the Tigers played in the third quarter, the fourth quarter, as have the first two quarters of this contest, have gone to the visitors from Fairfield, Alabama. 1st and 10 from the 35. Shotgun formation for Smith. He'll take the snap. Stretch play. Handoff to the back. Turning the corner left side. He'll get across the 30. He'll go out of bounds around the 30-yard line. And a bit of a skirmish over there on the EWC sideline as he is escorted off.
That might have been their fourth running back that we've seen today.
Yeah,
I think that
Padarius Martin, yeah.
Oh, that was Martin, Padarius Martin, okay.
Yeah, the 5'8", 175-pound senior from Meridian, Mississippi, transfer from Northeast Mississippi Community College.
Scored a big touchdown last week for them against Benedict to win the game. One of 2 touchdowns that he had in that game.
2nd and 5 now for Miles from the Edward Waters 30-yard line. Clock runs with under 10:50 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Smith will work from the gun. 3 receivers set. 2 right, single, far side to the left. 2 backs in the backfield along with Smith. They'll take the snap. Fake the handoff. Play action. Looking. Smith throwing over the middle. Pass is complete. That's Martin again. Martin moves the chains for a first down. He'll be hit and tackled at around the 19-yard line.
First down.
Padarius Martin with the reception moves the chains for a Miles Golden Bear first down. 10-18, 10-17, 10-16 left to go here, fourth quarter. Turnovers and missed opportunities are going to be the story of this afternoon here for EWC. 1st and 10 for the Golden Bears at the Edward Waters 19-yard line. He'll take the snap, handoff. That's Edwards turning the corner left side, gets inside the 15, pushes the pile, close to the first down. We'll see where they spot him. Goes inside the 15, they'll mark him at around the 11-yard line.
Every time you see that tight end shift in motion to the left, they running that same stretch play going to the left on that side every time.
So a gain of about 8, almost 9 on the play, as the Golden Bears will scrimmage from around the 11. 2nd and a long 1. Pistol formation. Martin right behind Smith. 3 receivers set. 2 right, single to the far side left. 8 seconds, 7 seconds. 6 and 5. 4 and 3. They'll take the snap. Stretch play, handoff. Martin coming over here to the near side. Now flag is going to be thrown. Martin will be hit. Martin will go down. 2 flags are thrown now.
Well, yeah, I saw the hold on the end there. I'm not sure what the one in the backfield was. Maybe a little roughing. I didn't even see it.
2 flags on the play, one at around the 18-yard line and another at the 9.
Well, hey, at the end of 3 quarters, Josh, we had a total of 27 penalties. So,
Yeesh.
Let's go for 40 if we can. Not really.
Nice hold number. Holding against Edward Waters. Holding against Miles. Actually, check that. 2 holding penalties against Miles. So 2 holding penalties against the Golden Bears. We'll spot the football after penalty enforcement. At around the 21, 22-yard line. He's 2nd down at about 12. In the gun is Smith. 1 backside car right is Edwards. 3 receiver set. They'll take the snap. Back to pass to Smith. Smith stepping up in the pocket, throwing near side. Got a man wide open, caught, touchdown. Wide open, a busted coverage for EWC. Dominique McNeely with the touchdown reception for the Golden Bears. And Miles just about puts this one away here, en route to what was going to more than likely be their 6th victory on the season. 41-14 in favor of the defending SIAC champions.
You know, I guess that's why when you build a 20-0 lead, you can have a bad quarter.
Snap, spot, kick up on the way. Hamill's extra point is good. 8:59 left to go, fourth quarter. Miles 42, Edward Waters 14. Let's take a 30-second timeout here on the Black College Sports Network and 1010XL.
The human voice has always connected audiences with experiences. Major brands all across America have trusted Kever's voice time and time again. Conversational, Powerhouse, intelligent and sincere. That's the voice you need for your creative marketing process. KEAVERSVOICE.com. Kever's Voice, Kever's Voice, KeversVoice.com. Always on, all the time.
Miles extends the lead once again to now 42-14 with 8:59 to go here in the fourth quarter from First Coast High School. Tigers had their shot at the start of the fourth quarter, down 28-14, having it first and goal in Golden Bear territory, but fumbling the football, and since then it's been all Miles. Here is the kick. It's going to be high and short this time. An onside type thing. It's going to be recovered.
Oh, that's dirty.
Did he recover it in bounds?
If he did, that is an amazing play.
No, they're going to say it's Tiger ball.
Okay.
They're pointing towards EWC.
Let's see if he got the guts to call that, surrounded by a bunch of white jerseys.
Yeah. Then in the same vein, I wonder what Thanksgiving will be like in the Ruffin household. You're up 42-14, and against your cousin, you call an onside kick?
Yeah, that'll be talked about, I'm sure,
Absolutely.
at the dinner table.
Your chicken will taste like wood. Still a long discussion. And was there a flag thrown? I see a flag at one of the referees' feet.
I'll tell you, I give some credit to this officiating crew. I mean, look, they do a great job of huddling and coming together to make sure they get it right. We might need to pass this message along to those officials
now,
who
Brian,
work on.
Brian,
Okay, I'll stop.
Please,
I'll stop.
Please.
I'll stop.
Quit while you're.
I will.
Oh my goodness, we've lost a bunch of time here just off of penalties alone. Combined, we're going to be and another flag thrown.
See, now that's on the side. I bet you anything that's on the side. I told you, trying to make something happen over there on that side. Why would you conference over there on the sideline next to?
It's almost like they're egging them on. Now head coach Greg Ruffin begins to make his way from the EWC sideline.
Oh,
to get a look as to what's going on.
It's a shame we don't have the officials mic'd up so that we can really hear the explanations. Man, I tell you.
Again, Edward Waters will be on the road next week. They head to Frankfort, Kentucky to take on the Thoroughbreds of Kentucky State University. Kickoff will be at 1 o'clock p.m. Pass interference or kick catch interference against Miles. So I'm still, was there a kick catch interference? And I saw another flag thrown for unsportsmanlike conduct.
Are they kicking this again, or are they giving the Tigers the ball at the 39?
They're going to give Edward Waters the ball at the 39-yard line.
Tigers first down.
After a very long deliberation. First and 10 for the Tigers of EWC from the Golden Bear 39-yard line. The Shard Branch will work from the gun. 3 receiver set. 2 left single far side right. And now we have another stop and play. These guys must not want us to go to church on time tomorrow. Shotgun formation for Branch. 3 receiver set. Split backs to either side of him. He'll take the snap. Back to pass is Branch. Looking right, throwing right. Looks for a man. It is incomplete. Looking for Deshaun Hugie out of the backfield. He took a shot. He's slow to get up.
Yeah, that's a throw that I think Branch has to be able to hit. I thought Hugie did a good job of, he left just enough room on that sideline where if Branch is able to sort of put that ball out in front of him, he's able to catch that. But I don't know. That's just one of those plays I feel like you've got to be able to make as a college quarterback.
Second down, 10 to go for the Tigers. They'll scrimmage from the 39-yard line of the Golden Bears. 8:46 left to go fourth quarter. A 42-14 lead for the visitors. Shotgun formation. One back sidecar to the left. New receiver set. Back to pass. Shutting up the screen over the middle. Pass is incomplete. And again, Branch takes another huge shot.
Yeah, at some point you've got to stop letting your quarterback get hit like this.
Andrew Gaylor comes in with the big hit, but shows some good sportsmanship. Helps up Branch off the turf. Be 3rd and 10 for EWC.
I couldn't see on that screen, Josh. Did somebody get held up on that, or was it just trying to throw through the forest?
Yeah, it looks like just trying to throw through the forest. 3rd down and 10 now for the Tigers from the Golden Bear 39-yard line. 8 seconds and 7 seconds now. 6 seconds, 5 seconds on the play clock. 4 seconds, 3, 2, 1. Branch takes the snap. Back to pass is Branch. Branch is going to be hit. Branch is going down. Branch hit and sacked.
Offensive line couldn't hold the blocks.
Joshua McNeil on the sack for the Golden Bears. And the Tiger offense will have to punt it away. Sacked all the way back at the Edward Waters 48-yard line.
There just looked like there was a lot of confusion on that play from the start. You had a man late coming off the field. You got a couple receivers still getting the signals in, trying to get themselves aligned on the offense on the line of scrimmage. It's a lot going on.
Angel Sevier comes on to punt. Darius Brown back to field this one for the Golden Bears. 5 seconds on the play clock now. 4 and 3. 2. Here is the snap. Here is Sevier's punt. High, hanging, going towards that right side. Brown calls for the fair catch. He will make it at around the 17-yard line. That is where the Golden Bears will go 1st and 10. 7:48 left to go here, fourth quarter. It is Miles 42 and Edward Waters 14. Quick score update from BB&T Field up in North Carolina, Winston-Salem, North Carolina to be exact. Wake Forest 12, Florida State 7. With 7:09 left to go in the second quarter. The issues for Willie Taggart continue on the road after being shellacked last week. I heard Rick Ballou last night on Into the Night on 1010XL, and he's just about echoing just about every Seminole fan's sentiments. Well, it might be time to get rid of Willie Taggart up there in Tallahassee. But I don't know if you get rid of him after a year and a half. That's a
quick hook.
Yeah. Cordier back in the game at quarterback here for the Golden Bears. Fakes the hands off to the back, hit and brought down to the backfield.
Nice open field tackle right there.
Darius Martin on the carry, making the stop for EWC. Vincent Smith.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if we saw Daniel Smith back in the game.
Loss of about 2 on the play ball, backed up to the 15-yard line. Cordier in the pistol. 3 receiver set, 2 left, single to the near side right. Tight end in the wing to the left. He'll take the snap, turn, hand to the back. Tigers have that one with him. Dan breaks the tackle, but can't break another one. Cameron McLean in on the stop there.
He did a good job of getting that tackle. Well, actually, he missed it, but then he was able to recover just as fast as he fell.
Tiger fans, make some noise for your defense.
3rd down and long here for the Golden Bears. Clock runs with under 6:45 to go here in the fourth. Miles leading 42-14. 48 in the gun, 1 back sidecar to his left. 3 receiver set, 2 left, single to the near side right now. This shift and bring Martin in the backfield in the pistol set. Takes the snap. Handoff. Martin hit in the backfield and brought down. Jaron Wilson lost the football late. But they're going to say that Martin was down.
Well, at least I saw somebody in a purple jersey dive after a loose ball instead of standing around trying to pick it up. So that's a win.
Tiger defense makes the stop. Clock runs with 6:05 left to go here in the fourth quarter. I know you don't give too many moral victories or anything like that, but that third quarter is definitely something you can build on going into the remainder of the season because you still got a lot more tough games on the horizon. Going next week to Kentucky State, back at home against Tuskegee, another contest against Savannah State, and ending the season on the road against Prairie View A&M. Here's the punt. Back spinning punt. It will check up, and it will take a Golden Bear roll out to the 45-yard line. That is where the Tigers will take over 1st and 10.
Here comes a late penalty flag. After the play was over, a little extra curricular activities going on.
He's penalty. I'm going to definitely do my homework and see what the record is for most penalties in a contest, because this is well over 200 yards in penalties altogether. Personal foul, face mask against Edward Waters.
Oh.
Cost him 15, and they will scrimmage now in Tiger territory.
You said over 200 penalties, Josh?
Well over.
Oh, well, we were over at the going into we were creeping up on 300
Yeesh.
Going into the start of the 4th quarter. So
5:50 left to go, 4th quarter. 42-14 our score. The Golden Bears of Miles College on top. Again, tickets for our last 2 home games are available online. Log on to ewc.edu/tickets. Get your tickets. Support these young men. We're the purple and orange of EWC. Cheapest ticket in town, $10 for a college football game. Can't beat it. 1st and 10 for the Tigers.
First down, Tigers.
From the 40-yard line. Empty backfield for Branch. Will take the snap. Back to pass. Looking, taking a shot. Near side for Tiberius Horn. Incomplete. Just off the outstretched hands of Tiberius Horn. Brodarius Brown on the coverage. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd down.
about 2 yards too far ahead of him.
Okay, so thanks to our crack stat staff, the FBS penalties for the record for most penalties in a single game is 36, set between San Jose State and Fresno State in 1986.
36?
The FBS penalties. FBS record.
Oh, I think we...
The NCAA record is 42.
Well, we may be close to a record or may have broken somebody's record.
Shotgun formation for Branch. Will take the snap. Stretch play. Handoff. This is Hughie. Right side 50. 45.
Ooh, nice cut.
35 to the 30. 25 to the 20. 15, 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Touchdown EWC.
Get the ice pack out. Somebody's knees are left out there on the field. Get the ice pack out. Wow.
Deshaun Hughie still wants to play football. He goes in for a long touchdown, and the Tigers back on the board. 42-20 with 5:12 left to go here in the fourth. That is just a special, special young man.
Yeah, look, it's good to see that he finally broke out of the slump or just this game. Good to see him break out and get him one. Keep the momentum going.
Angel Sevier on for the extra point here for the Tigers. Snap, placement, kick, up, on the way, good. 5:12 left to go, fourth quarter. Miles 42, Edward Waters 20. Let's take a break, come back with more Tiger football after this 30-second timeout here on the Black College Sports Network and 1010XL.
Majesty is a premium health and wellness tea line focused on bringing delicious yet healthy tea blends to the community. Filled with an abundance of vitamins and antioxidants, we work to blend teas with exotic spices and fruits to produce scrumptious and wholesome beverages. So check us out at mymajesties.com. That's MyMajesties.com. My Majesties, an Urban Passport member.
Deshaun Hughie into the end zone for an Edward Waters touchdown. 5:12 left to go, fourth quarter. It is Miles 42 and Edward Waters 21. Joshua Jackson, Brian Fulford here with you from the Shipyard at First Coast High School.
So do you onside kick right here, Josh, or do you kick it mid-range and play a little D?
Well, I really want to see what kind of fight these guys have, so I wouldn't mind if they went onside here. Stick around for the Sam's Club post-game report, stats, facts, and figures from this contest. We'll put this one to bed in gets it to head on the road next week to Kentucky. Here is the right to left kick from Sevier. High, deep, end over end. It'll sail about 4 yards into the end zone for a touchback. Ooh. Golden Bears will take over 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. 5:07 left to go here, fourth quarter. Miles 42, Edward Waters 21. Speaking with head coach Greg Ruffin earlier this week, he was really talking about how he knows he's got a ball club that's primarily freshmen and sophomores, and as we go down the stretch here in the season, you're going to be facing a lot more experienced ball clubs that have an abundance of redshirt sophomores, quoted for all intents and purposes juniors. A lot of juniors, a lot of seniors. So it's definitely a measuring stick right now to see where you stack up here against some of the higher upper echelon teams in Division II HBCU football.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the depth that you're building right now is so important.
Hand off to the back here on first down. Gets close to the 30-yard line. We'll mark him down there for a gain of 5 yards there on first down. Edwards on the carry.
Yeah, I would think as the third quarter, you show that to guys. You put that on a loop and just have that running in the locker room over and over again. The guys need to see that one over, and that's an obvious false start.
And Nathan, thanks. The line judge throws his flag, as does the umpire. About 5 seconds late.
I think number 7.
Delayed reaction.
He was just tired of being in this stance. That's one of those ones that I'm just tired of being in this stance. I'm just going to touch you and let's just do it again.
Theodore Victorin, the 6'2", 295-pound redshirt senior. He's a Florida guy from Hollywood, Florida, guilty of the false start. Will cost him 5 yards. A scrimmage from the 25-yard line. He'll take the snap. Handoff, Edwards, right side. Got to find a bit of a hole to the 35, to the 40-yard line. 45, midfield, outside the number to the 45, to the 40. Goes inside the 40, out of bounds. We'll see where they'll mark him out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 39-yard line. This Dante Edwards has had a whale of an evening. He's got a first down for the Golden Bears.
Yeah, missed tackle, and then he put somebody on skates with a nice little shimmy move. Although, he's a big guy, so, when you see big guys like that shimmying, that's something. Not the same as Hugie's run, but still impressive.
1st and 10 from the Edward Waters 39. He'll take the snap, turn and hand to the back. Finds a bit of a crease, gets inside the 30, inside the 25, and goes down at the 24-yard line. That's Justin Ruiz on the carry. He's got another first down for the Golden Bears.
And this is the same, offensive line for Miles that's, been in this game up to this point.
Pistol set again here on a first down and 10 of the 24. A timeout will be taken by EWC. Timeout taken by the Tigers. We'll do the same. 3:36 left to go, fourth quarter. Miles 42, Edward Waters 21. Now this here on the Black College Sports Network and 1010XL.
Are you hungry for authentic Caribbean food like jerk chicken, oxtail, red snapper, shrimp, tofu, and rasta pasta? Well, find your way over to Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, 180 Auburn Avenue, right next to Royal Peacock in downtown Atlanta.
Them belly full, but we hungry.
Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, open daily from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. And on Friday and Saturday, we're open till 4 a.m. Come to Mango's and put some spice in your life.
So we've got a good thing going.
Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, 180 Auburn Avenue, right next to Royal Peacock in downtown Atlanta. For more info or direct...
1st and 10 for the Golden Bears with 3:36 left to go here in the fourth quarter. It is Miles 42 and Edward Waters 21. Joshua Jackson, Brian Fulford here with you. The Shipyard here at First Coast High School. Lee John Cordier in the pistol. Single receiver side of the side of the formation. 1st and 10 from the Edward Waters 24. Will stop, change the protection, and set to go with 15 on the play clock now. Takes the snap, turn and hand to the back. Coming over here to the near side right. Finds a bit of a hole, gets inside the 20. Backs his way to around the 16, 17-yard line.
Newsflash, Miles is running the ball. Let's go, Tigers. Let's go. Stack the box. Put 7 in the box.
Quick up score update from Winston-Salem. Florida State takes the lead at 14-12. With 17 seconds left to go here until halftime.
And Noel Nation was ready to ride him out of town already.
They may still be. Pistol formation. Speaking of another Willie, Florida A&M is in action tomorrow. Game got moved because of Tropical Storm Nestor tomorrow against North Carolina A&T. Takes the snap, turn, hand, Edwards. Keeper for Cordier, I should say. Cordier gets inside the 15. He'll have the first down. They're marking at the 13-yard line. But speaking of FAMU, that's a big contest tomorrow for the Rattlers. They're taking on a team that's won the last few Black College National Championships in the Aggies of North Carolina A&T and Bragg.
That's going to be a great atmosphere, a great game. Seems to be a lot of people seem to think that the A&T Aggies are a heavy favorite on the road. But I got a feeling that will be a close one. And I think it'll come down to the fourth quarter. I won't give any predictions.
Pistol formation, takes the snap, turn, a keeper for Cordier coming over here to the near side, right inside the 10, inside the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Miles. Touchdown for the Golden Bears. They extend their lead now to 48-21 with 2:07 left to go here in the fourth. Now, Brian, you won't give a prediction. I will. As another fellow proud Rattler of Florida A&M, go Rattlers, okay? I said it. Go Rattlers. That would be a huge win, a huge statement win for Willie Simmons in the orange and green tomorrow if they're able to get it. Kicking unit comes on here for the Golden Bears as Brady Hamill comes on for this extra point. We'll actually keep it here after the extra point. Snap spot. Kick is up. It's on the way. And it is good. 2:07 left to go, fourth quarter. And a bit of a skirmish.
I thought that was a skirmish.
Okay,
Maybe that was just a little bit of celebration there. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Everything looks like a skirmish at this late hour.
48
after so many penalties, 40 penalties.
Absolutely, yeah. 48-21, our score. Miles on top. Again, Brian, as we spin it back towards EWC, again, these are all learning experiences, things that you can build upon. That third quarter, as we talked about a few moments ago, show that on a loop because that shows how much pride that you have, and you can be able to put it together in bunches. Now, if you can start that way and end that way, then you've got something.
Yeah, you definitely have to ask your guys and keep working and keep trying to define why is it that we can play like this in the third quarter but aren't able to play like that, in the first or second quarter. It's not always the opponent. Sometimes it's you gotta turn and look at yourselves. And I get, I would say that's, I'm sure coaches would have to look at themselves as well. So that's everybody.
Hamill coming on to kick and back deep to receive for EWC's Dale George Jr. Sophomore from Jacksonville and Westside High School. Here's the kick. It's going to be high and deep, angling towards that right side of taking back George. He will slip and fall at around the 25-yard line. Well, tomorrow the Jacksonville Jaguars back at it again. They're up in Cincinnati as they take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Of course, we're on the flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars on 1010XL 92.5 FM. So Frank Frangie will have the call. Definitely listen to all the action tomorrow, the pregame shows, the lead you into kickoff and the postgame shows. Great coverage that the guys at 1010XL do covering the Jacksonville Jaguars. I know you're a Colts fan. I know. I see you sipping your water. I see you, Kermit the Frog. I understand you're a Colts fan, but hey, you're on the flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Hey, look, I just know you're going up to Cincinnati playing a team that's fighting for the number one spot in the draft.
But it's a game you should win.
You have to let them. You have to let them get that number one spot, or at least until they play Miami and settle it on the field.
It's a game that you have no business losing. I tell you, with everything that's gone on with the Jalen Ramsey situation, as head coach Greg Ruffin calls a timeout, we'll keep it here. With everything that went on with the Jalen Ramsey situation, he gets traded up to L.A. The Jaguars have played relatively well without him. Now it's a situation let's rally around. Be concerned about those 52, 53 guys that are in that locker room. Be able to put together a good product because if you're able to get a victory tomorrow against the Bengals, couple that with another home victory next week against the New York Jets, 4-4 seems pretty good right there, and it still puts you in position for a potential playoff spot.
So tell me, does the Jacksonville community, do they feel like the Ramsey trade was a win for the Jaguars, or they feel like we just lost something?
I think Lauren Brooks on the Frank Frangie show said it best when she sung "Na Na 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 Hey 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 Goodbye" earlier this week.
Okay,
I think that's pretty much the sentiment of Jacksonville and Jacksonville fans. It's over. Let's move forward from it. It was a circus. Your back was never hurt, So,
oh no.
You know,
it's
so
the miracle water of L.A.
Exactly. Amen. Praise the Lord. You know, so he'll play tomorrow, but. You know, we just move on, just be concerned with the guys in the locker room. We'll take the snap, hands off to the back. That's Spencer Carter. Carter still pushing the pile. Flag is thrown.
Oh, more flags.
Stop made at around the 33-yard line.
Well, we've done the investigation, Josh. We know what the record is.
Okay.
We just need to see what happens in the last 2 minutes.
Okay.
We know what the number is. It's just a matter of whether we will eclipse it. And this is not anything to be proud of. So don't.
Face mask penalty against Miles. We'll give EWC a first down.
They may be setting an individual team record and conference record. I'll just say that. Because they have to be well over 20 penalties.
It'll be 1st and 10 for Edward Waters at the 49-yard line. Now, again, our crack staff, they might have been under the influence of some libations, but hey, things happen. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Shotgun formation, 4 receiver set. One backside car to the right. Takes the snap. Screen far side. Catch made. Dale George Jr. goes outside the numbers.
There you go, down the sideline.
To the 30, down the sideline, 25 to the 20. So let's see, 15, 10, 5, 4. Cut down and around the 3. Was that Dale George Jr. with the reception? Actually, that's Jalil. No, it is Dale George Jr. with the reception.
Yeah, let's see the offense. Let's go. Move.
First down.
I saw guys walking. It's like, come on, offense, let's go. Get to the line of scrimmage. You're still playing.
1st and goal for EWC at the 2-yard line. Shotgun formation, one back sidecar to the right. 4 receiver set. They'll take the snap. Keeper for Branch. Branch pushing his way down to the 1. He's in. Touchdown, EWC.
Touchdown.
Rashard Branch on the keeper into the end zone for the touchdown. The sounds of the EWC fight song playing over the loudspeakers here at the Shipyard. Another touchdown for Edward Waters. Angel Sevier on for the extra point here. Snap, placement, kick, it's up, it's on the way. It is good. 1:33 left to go here. 4th quarter from Jacksonville. Miles 49, Edward Waters 27. Let's take a quick 30-second timeout as you're listening to Tiger Football here on 1010XL and watching Tiger Football on the Black College Sports Network.
Call 404-698-3992 or log on to mangoscaribbeanrestaurant.com. For instant coupons, text MANGOS to 313131.
Tell your mama hungry, papa hungry, brother hungry.
Mango's Caribbean Restaurant. Authentic Caribbean cuisines.
Open up the door, tell your mama hungry.
Q Time is a classic Atlanta soul food restaurant located in the historic West End. Q Time Soul Food is a family business started by Fred and Christine Crenshaw. Come on in, relax, and sink your chops into
1-yard rushing touchdown for Rashard Branch. Puts the Tigers back on the board with 1:33 left to go here in the 4th quarter. Miles 49, Edward Waters 28. Angel Sevier comes on to put total leather here for EWC. So they're going to set up for an onside kick. Here it is, and it is quickly recovered by Justin Ruiz. So Ruiz will go down at around the Edward Waters 47-yard line. That's where the Golden Bears will go 1st and 10. Well, Miles goes to 6-1 on the year with the victory. Edward Waters falls to 1-6 on the season. A tough season as EWC moving up to a Division II schedule this year, a scheduling agreement with the SIAC. While they ponder their future in EWC athletics, a lot of decisions needing to be made and a lot of big announcements that we should hopefully be able to make in the next few weeks. Here's the snap. Turn in hand to the back. And it's going to be hitting Submarine. Cameron McLean in on the stop. As that was Medarius Martin in on the stop. My good friend Jessica Beasley sends me a text message. She's a Gator fan, and she wants me to know that it does not matter that Florida State is winning. All that matters is that Florida won today. So congratulations to Gator Nation, as if you don't hear about it every day. you get the victory. As you, if you can tell, I am a Florida State fan. No gain on the play. Second and 10 from the Edward Waters 47. 48 in the pistol. He'll take the snap, turn and hand to Martin. Martin coming over the right side, finds a seam, gets across inside the 40, inside the 35, and he'll go down and around the 32-yard line as we get another score update. This one's from Happy Valley at the half. It is Penn State 21 and Michigan at 7.
Oh, I was gonna guess 0, but I'm not surprised.
Are you pulling the plug on Harbaugh?
No, I want the losing to continue.
Okay.
Especially after they go up to South Bend in a couple
Our
of
resident
weeks.
Notre Dame fan takes the snap, turns, hands to the back, gets across the inside the 30-yard line. He'll go down to bounds around there.
Oh, he went out of bounds.
So we'll stop the clock with 20.4 seconds left to go.
We wouldn't be mad at Miles if they lined up in victory formation, but they seem to be content in running plays.
Again, stick around for the Sam's Club.
Here we go.
Yeah, stick around for the Sam's Club postgame report as the Golden Bears line up into the victory formation. Stick around for the Sam's Club postgame report, stats, facts, and figures from this contest, and we'll put a bow on this one. There's the snap. Here's the knee, and that will do it here from Jacksonville. Our final score: Miles 49, Edward Waters 28. We'll take a timeout, and when we come back, we'll begin the Sam's Club postgame report. Right after this, as you are watching Edward Waters College Football on Black College Sports Network and listening to Tiger Football, you're on 1010XL.
Q Time is our classic Atlanta soul food restaurant located in the historic West End. Q Time Soul Food is a family business started by Fred and Christine Crenshaw. Come on in, relax, and sink your chops into our tantalizing, mouth-watering, distinctive soul food with a twist, the Q Time way. 1120 Ralph David Abernathy Boulevard, or call your order in at 404-758-2881. Do you miss your mama's cooking? Then come on down to Q Time, an Urban Passport member.
This December 21st, the best in HBCU football will collide in Atlanta at the Celebration Bowl. MEAC versus SWAC. Champion versus champion. Only one team will rise above the rest and claim the coveted Celebration Bowl trophy. Come join the celebration at Mercedes-Benz Stadium this December. For more information, visit thecelebrationbowl.com.
It's like a loot machine. All around town, people trying to get down. It's like a loot machine.
Welcome back here to Jacksonville, the Sam's Club postgame report here on 1010XL 92.5 FM and the Black College Sports Network. A tough loss here for the Tigers of EWC. Tigers were down 28-0 at the half. Came back in the third quarter, made it 28-14, had an opportunity to make it a one-score contest with a first and goal in Golden Bear territory, turned the football over, and then from there, Miles just continued to just snowball and do what they do best.
Yeah, that thing about momentum is a real thing. I was very pleased, and Coach Greg Ruffin should be pleased with the way his team came out in the third quarter. It was pretty much a clean quarter. I didn't see too many penalties on offense, not too many on defense. Of course, Miles on the other side can't say the same for that third quarter, as they committed something like 11 penalties. And that was the difference in that ball game. And then all of a sudden, as you said, the flip of the quarter, and all of a sudden a fumble, not diving or getting off to the loose ball, turned into a recovery for Miles, and then they just proceeded to march down the field and score. And just like that, momentum had swung, the game had changed. And so it was a learning lesson on how you handle success, not only in a game but in a quarter.
45 penalties between the two teams, 22 for Miles for 234 yards, 113 for EWC, 13 for EWC for 115 yards.
35,
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
For 300 and, what'd you say, 49?
Yep.
49 yards.
Just unbelievable. And that's going to be one of the things that both teams are going to be looking at is they got to be more disciplined. I know Coach Ruffin is going to be Reginald Ruffin is going to be happy with the victory, but I know he's not going to be really happy with what he saw in the third quarter. Definitely not going to be so happy with what he sees from the penalty standpoint when you're looking at 234 penalties in a ball game.
No, there's no way to spin that. I mean, we jokingly bring that up as something as a result of this game. But, remember what I was saying, penalty, when you look at a box score the next morning or in the evening, you try to figure out how a game went the way it went. Sometimes the numbers, they say numbers don't lie. Well, that's not true because sometimes the numbers are deceiving. And, yes, even though you see Miles with nearly double the amount of penalties and yards as EWC, when you commit those penalties, sometimes it's something that is not shown on the box. And that's what Edward Waters has to correct.
Big thing, another thing for EWC, 5 turnovers in this evening's contest.
Yeah.
3 fumbles lost and 2 interceptions.
Yeah.
Just absolutely were not good stewards of the football tonight. Total offensive yards for Miles, 494 for EWC, 272. Miles with 222 yards passing, 273 on the ground for EWC, 74 yards passing, 198 yards on the ground, 74 yards passing. So it's a rough ball game here for EWC. Really not too much that you can say about that. Deshaun Hugie is 1 yard short of his third consecutive 100-yard rushing effort. He had 13 carries for 99 yards in tonight's contest with a touchdown. But EWC's inability to stop Miles' rushing attack, turning the ball over 5 times, and those penalties, pretty much the story of the ball game tonight.
Yeah, I can't say it any better than that. Total offensive plays, 76 to 57. I mean, and it was funny about that. Even though the time of possession is, in favor of EWC, just the number of offensive plays and yardage. And, I mean, Miles needed a get-right game, and this was it for them. And for Edward Waters, they needed, they just needed to play a good, consistent 4 quarters. And we saw 1 out of 4, I should say. And on to
Kentucky State next week.
Kentucky State. That'll be another tough matchup.
Yeah, Kentucky State with the big victory earlier this year as they upset Jackson State in the Circle City Classic. So it's a big contest for EWC. Kickoff will be at 1 o'clock p.m. Log on to EWCTigerPride.com as well as our Facebook page to get more information on how you can access next week's contest on the EWC Sports Network. Our next broadcast on the Black College Sports Network in 1010XL will be on Friday, November the 1st at 7 o'clock p.m. The Tigers will welcome the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee University. Kickoff at 7 o'clock p.m. Again, you can log on to ewc.edu/tickets. Get your tickets for our last 2 contests of the season against Tuskegee on Friday, November the 1st, and against Savannah State on Saturday, November the 9th at 3 o'clock p.m. That will do it for the Sam's Club Postgame Report, and that will do it for our broadcast of Tigers football here on both the Black College Sports Network and the 1010XL 92.5 FM. For my broadcast partner, Brian Fulford, for all those who make this broadcast possible, and our great sponsors, my name is Joshua Jackson. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast, the unfortunate outcome from the North Side. Miles 49 and Edward Waters 28. So long. God bless. Remember to make your next move your best move. Have a great week. We'll talk to you again in a couple of weeks right here on the Black College Sports Network and 1010XL. So long, everybody.
It's like a loot machine.